Sports Talk, your ultimate home for everything happening in the Big Apple sports scene. From the electrifying highs of the Yankees and the Knicks to the heart-pounding action of the Giants and Jets and beyond, we're here to break it all down. I'm your host, Ramon DeLeon, with his family members Samuel DeLeon, Isaac DeLeon, and my oldest son, Ramon DeLeon, and the next great DeLeon, Ray DeLeon. Every week, we'll dive in deep into the latest games, headlines, and the stories that make New York sports the best in the world. Grab your gear, get ready to talk shop, and let's kick off the conversation DeLeon style. So here we go. Aaron Judge, two-time MVP. Your thoughts, Isaac?
Honestly, for my big opinion for Aaron Judge, I like his honestly, obviously everyone loves his in-season performance and how he plays against the bottom teams, but his playoff performance, if he doesn't step up in the playoffs in the next couple of years and win a World Series, he'll be forever known as a choker and never will be known as a great Knick or as a great Yankee. Maybe as a great Yankee hitter, but maybe not as a playoff guy, maybe not a true captain if he can never win a World Series.
Whoa. What do you think about that, Sam?
Yeah, that's saying a lot. You know, I can name a couple of Yankees who were great, never won anything, and didn't win a World Series, like Don Mattingly didn't win a World Series. Yeah. So, he's one of the all-time Yankee greats. Aaron Judge is a great player. If you look at his stats, he was the best player in all of baseball, even better than Shohei, with Shohei hitting going 50-50. Aaron Judge's stats were better than his. So he'll be one of the greatest Yankees, regardless of whether he wins a World Series or not.
So Ray
to your
was
question,
just telling me
he
about
chokes.
that.
He did
So
choke.
Ray was just telling me about those stats. What do you think?
I think Otani was better than Judge.
Wow.
This could be one.
He got the ring, right?
Yeah. But Judge is good overall. He just didn't show up in the postseason.
So he didn't show up in the postseason. So what I was upset about with Judge, I'm a Judge fan, right? He's towering, textbook swing, and everybody gushes over it, right? But then he didn't adjust in the playoffs. He was pressing. Everything was I got to hit a home run. He never tried to make contact. Should he be MVP? Hell yeah. But that it factor, we needed him to get over that hump, and I don't know if we're going to be able to do it next year.
Well, my comment is, Aaron Judge, you're the best player in baseball. But you in New York City, New York Yankees, the most storied franchise ever. And for you to reach godlike status in New York City, to be the next Reggie Jackson, to be the next Derek Jeter, you have to become a primetime player. And you're not ready for prime time. When the lights are the brightest, you couldn't perform. As far as the season, you're the best player out there. Offensively, defensively, you are a monster. I want you on my team. But you got to show up in the World Series, in the playoffs, like Stanton.
Like Stanton.
If you was just as Stanton,
what we were all cheering for. Yep.
Just like Stanton. But Aaron Judge, you're the captain. 2 great seasons, MVP, you're deserving, but to be primetime player, to be the primetime player, to be the Reggie, to be the Derek Jeter, you got to show up in the World Series. You got to show up.
So do you think Stanton outperformed him? Do you think Soto outperformed him?
Yes, they did. Do
you think Torres outperformed him?
Torres hit. Torres did hit. And so, besides the World Series, what do you guys think about Aaron Boone, the way he handled the World Series?
I'm gonna say 2 things. Soto, I think, did outperform Judge. I'm not gonna say Stanton did, and the only reason why is all Stanton did was hit.
Okay. Yeah.
He didn't play the field. He didn't play the field.
Well, can I comment on that, or does somebody else want to jump in, chime in? If Aaron Judge would have hit all Aaron Boone's mistakes, all those errors, nobody would have talked about. We would have won.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Stanton saved us, but we needed Aaron Judge
I don't
to take us over the top.
eliminate the.
Ray, you're buffering.
Yeah, you're coming in very choppy for some reason.
Yeah.
We'll edit this part out. I don't know if it's your Wi-Fi, but everybody else is coming in clear.
Yeah. Well, getting back to Judge and Stanton and then Aaron Boone, this has been said about Aaron Boone for years, right? Yeah, he had the home run in the World Series, which elevated him to to
exactly.
stardom.
I forgot about that.
But as a coach, I don't think he had to do much. He had good pitching this year. He's always had great hitting on his teams.
True.
It just seems when he had to make those big decisions, he makes the wrong one. Yeah. Like he puts in a pitcher who was on the injured reserve and didn't pitch much.
Nestor, exactly. And for some reason, he's in love with Clay Holmes. Knowing that you give Clay Holmes the ball, he's gonna blow the game. So I question his moves. I question his moves in game 1. I like the fact that Aaron Boone defends his players. He'll argue with the umpires, but some of his moves were questionable. Hey, he got the Yankees to the World Series. The Yankees had some injuries. The only 2 moves I really like about Aaron Boone did was he put Gleyber Torres as a leadoff man.
Yeah, that was very smart.
Yeah.
Which kind of saved his career, trying to save batting. And Gleyber Torres performed. And Luis Gil, the way he handled him, Rookie of the Year pitcher. Shout out to Luis Gil. Nobody's talking about that. He won Rookie of the Year as a pitcher for the Yankees. And I believe Aaron Boone did that correctly. Yeah, so it's
Do you think? So I got what you say about Gleyber, but you know what? Gleyber, he was just back to his regular hitting spot when he first came to the team, because I believe he led off when he first came to the Yankees. But do you think he should have moved Judge in the lineup?
I think he should have left him.
I think it was fine.
Yeah.
I think it was fine.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was fine.
He just wasn't hitting. They weren't afraid.
He just wasn't hitting. He just wasn't hitting.
And he's swinging at bad pitches. Swinging at bad pitches.
He should have moved him down. He should have moved him down.
No.
I mean, even just coaching Little League this year, it's like somebody's struggling. You either move them down in the order.
Whoa. We can't compare Little League to Major League players. He's getting paid $400 million. Your job is to be number 3 and number 4 and put the ball over the fence.
When someone's not doing their job, you have to help them do their job.
No.
It's leadership 101.
If you remove him, I believe you're taking away his confidence.
No, it's leadership 101. Forget about the money.
That's not leadership 101. Leadership 101 is depending on your players. You have faith that he would do it. No.
You take the responsibility to put the team first.
And I think he did. I think Aaron Judge did. All his moves as far as the lineup, the way he put the lineup was on point.
No, he was
going. That Judge didn't hit. If Judge would have hit, it'd have been okay. Now, taking out the way he handled the pitching, I questioned that, and I questioned the third base coach by letting the slowest runners in the world
try and take home plate.
Thank you. Thank you. Come on. And Boone should have told the third baseman, hey, you don't let this guy run in. You don't let this guy run in. So, hey, they went to the World Series. They didn't win it. And the team like the Dodgers are a great team. Yeah. You couldn't make no mistakes against Dodgers.
Dodgers was a great team. Had me hating the one guy. What's his name? Freddie Freeman. Had me hating him. That's how I know that I like him as a player.
Freddie Freeman's been a great player since he played with the Braves.
There you go.
That guy is good. He's been a good player.
Isn't he from Los Angeles?
Yep, that's why he went out to LA.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So, hey,
So they
The
play
Yankees-
hats off to the Dodgers, right?
no,
Hey, that's on
no. I'm not taking
Yeah.
my hats off, but hey, they're a great team.
They did a good team. Yeah.
They're a great team. I'm not taking my hats off.
One last comment about moving players. I think Ramon is right. It depends who you are, because remember, Aaron Boone did put Wells to bat last. He moved
That's
him.
right.
He moved him, but he didn't move Judge.
I want to move Judge.
I wouldn't have moved him either. I mean, Judge is Judge.
Judge is Judge.
Maybe one spot. Maybe you put Soto behind him or Stanton.
Third or fourth. You keep him third or fourth. You keep him third or fourth.
Yeah,
You keep him
I
third,
agree.
3 or 4. I'm
I
not
agree.
moving him.
I agree.
So, all right. Some of us agree to disagree. Some of us agree on some stuff,
Well,
but it's
we all agree that Judge is a great player.
best player in baseball. Best
That's
player
right.
in
Playing
baseball.
baseball.
Definitely.
I agree. Best player in
Yeah.
Best
baseball.
player in baseball.
So,
If you don't
before
agree
we
with
move
the facts,
on, Soto, do we sign him?
you pay him.
You pay him?
You pay him. Pay that man. That
It's
that
it's-
man,
a lot,
he
though.
is the only baseball player I've ever seen intimidate pitchers in the batter's box. Just like try to intimidate them. Not I'm afraid of you because you can hit. You're scaring me while you're up there batting.
You're
The way your
exactly.
body
So you know
moves,
what
the way you react, the way you look at me. He intimidates pitchers. And I think it gets in their head.
I
Judge
don't like
doesn't
to play
intimidate you.
GM. I don't like to play GM. You know why? Because it's baseball, and their money is really unlimited. They
And
play
that's why you pay 'em.
160 games. You have to pay them.
That's why
Their
there's no
money is
excuse.
unlimited.
There's no excuse. If you don't pay
The
them, there's no excuse. You
The
just don't wanna do it.
Dodgers pay their players.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so sign Soto, big contract, not
Pay
get
the
other
hotel.
players, not
Pay
get
the
other
You sign
players.
all the good players if you're New York, if you're LA, if you have that market, you have unlimited income. You have unlimited funds.
So what do you think Soto might get? 600, 700 million?
It doesn't matter.
No, I'm just saying, what do you think he'll get?
Everything he deserves.
What's he getting now?
I don't know. What do you think the price tag will be?
Everything he deserves.
Okay,
If-
give me a price
If you're
tag.
giving him half a billion for 5 years, he deserves it.
Oh, he's gonna get more than that. What do you think, Isaac? How much he should get?
I think he's gonna get 650 million for like
Whoa.
9 years or something like that. Something crazy.
I say he's gonna get $710 million for 10 years.
I think 650 for 9.
You think he's gonna make double than what he's making now? Then
Yes.
he's making 31 million a year right now.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I think so.
8 times.
It's worth the scrutiny of New York media.
Yep. I think so. Just what you said. He intimidates pitches.
I think
And he's only what, 25?
I don't
Yeah.
think he's not gonna sign a long term though,
No,
because he's too young. He's too young.
He'd be a fool to do it.
Yeah, he's too young.
New York City?
He's still
He's a
too
fool
young.
to sign long term, especially in New York City.
If I'm Soto, I bet on myself. I sign like a 3-year deal for 70 million, 80, make 60, 70, 80. And in 3 years, I'm asking for 100 million a year.
Well, then you sign a contract like Jerry
You do
Cole.
a Dak Prescott.
No, you do a Jerry Cole. I have the options to opt out.
Yeah. Well,
And-
If I'm Soto, yep,
And
I signed
you
a
have to pay me more.
year.
You have to pay me more. If you don't,
You
if
sign 2 to
you don't
3
agree.
years. You sign 2 to 3 years. You hope you win a ring with the Yankees in the next
No.
2 years.
I wouldn't
You
sign him
sign
for
a
3
bigger
years.
Contract.
I wouldn't sign him for
And then
3
you
years.
go bigger in Florida, in Texas, where the weather's great, and the taxes are cut.
No.
the Yankees are primed to win a World Series right now. So
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
You're right.
they could have fixed some, without some of the hitting issues and some of the bad play, some of those errors which were just unforced
It was
errors.
all defense.
Yeah, it's unforced errors. So I mean, they're primed to win now. So that's why I say you sign them. If you want to win within the next 3 years,
Yeah.
you got to sign them.
Yeah, I say give him at least 4 years and have him do the option, whatever he wants to do.
I can see 4,
Okay,
maybe even
You-
5.
maybe even 5. But
But if I'm him, I'm not signing anything longer than that.
But how about Torres? Are the Yankees going to sign Torres? He's a free agent.
But it's the same rules for all these athletes. You're not signing any long-term deals.
Well, you never know.
The pressure's too much, and the money's lucrative no matter which way you do it.
Aaron Judge
And you don't want to.
Aaron Judge signed a long deal. Long term.
At the
Judge
time,
he's 30 something now. He's
He
30
had
something.
to.
How old is
Yeah.
Aaron Judge?
I don't know, 31?
31.
He had
That's
to
probably
at the
why.
time.
Soto's 24.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I say 5 years then. 5 years. Give him the money.
Yeah.
Give him the money.
Yeah.
Give him the money. Pay
They're
him.
going to sign him. Outside of Judge, he is the best player. He's the next best player on the team.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
So-
100%.
So do you think
And he's entertaining.
they're gonna keep Gleyber Torres? He's a free agent.
They might let him go.
I like Torres.
I like Torres.
I like him too, but I think they might let him go.
They might let him go.
His
If there's a
season
better player,
performance
they
wasn't
might let
that
him
good.
go.
They played good.
There's a
I'll be
better
honest,
defensive
though.
player.
Yeah, you really need someone better to let him go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll be honest, though. Probably like most New Yorkers who love all sports in New York, we're not tapping into the Yankees until past midseason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think New York's more of a baseball town than anything else. You got the Yankees, the Mets. I still say it's 50-50.
They probably
So they look at the Yankees when they're not winning 10 in a row and starting off
That's
slow.
true. That's true.
People go crazy. They
That's true.
what's happening? What's happening?
But after that All-Star break is when we're really tapping in.
Well, I think that's all of baseball. After All-Star break, yeah, you're really focusing. You're really focusing.
I think
I think by the time of June comes, maybe the middle of June, you basically tell how the season's gonna go.
Yeah. Well, and then you got the length of the season, which kind of adds to that, right? So
Yeah, it's a long season.
it's long season, so people kind of check out a little bit early on. But
So, Ray, who you think we should get to replace Gleyber Torres? Do you know?
No.
No?
Well, I think they should keep him because they made the World Series.
Right.
That's true.
True.
And they wouldn't,
If it ain't broke, don't
he
fix
did
it. We fixed our pitching just a little bit. We're good.
So, they need to get another pitcher. Nestor, I think he has a bad shoulder, so they have to replace him. I think he has a bad shoulder, and like you said, Sam, how are you gonna bring in a player who's been injured in a moment like that?
I don't know why. Man, when he did that, I turned the TV off. I said, "Oh man."
So you know what we all say: crack is whack.
Yep.
So I don't know what he was thinking of. Shout out to Nestor. Nestor was doing pretty good till he got hurt. It seemed like he got his act together, then he got hurt. So shout out to him. He's a good pitcher, but he wasn't ready. So
Yeah.
All right. So any last comments on the Yankees?
No.
Let's entertain us again next year.
Yeah, all rise. That's what I say. All rise. And hopefully we'll keep Soto.
Hey, and just last thing on Gleyber. I mean, he batted 257.
Well,
I just looked it up. 257, 15 home runs, 63 RBIs.
that's good for a
really
second
good.
baseman. Yeah.
That's good.
And shout out to Stanton.
Season, at the end of the season, he started playing better. At the throughout the middle of the season, he wasn't as good.
Yeah, because they moved him. Now,
you're
if Stanton could do some of his legs and not pull hamstrings all the time, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. He's a big dude. So, all right, Yankees, we're expecting another title.
Hey,
So,
I'll say this about the Yankees. That's the only team that keeps me watching New York sports right now. I mean, outside of the Knicks from last year, it was the Yankees. Everything before that, it was like, man, our season's end early.
Hey, shout out to New York. The Yankees, they're the gold standard. So,
Yeah.
all
They
right,
are. Yep, that's right.
they're the gold standard. So, let's move on and talk about my favorite team, the New
Knicks.
York Jets.
Oh, the Jets? Oh, I thought you were going to say the Knicks.
Yeah.
Nah, the New York Jets. The Jets are the emotional team. The Jets is what get our emotions going.
I want to.
They get our emotions going, and so let's have at it. GM and coach fired.
I just want to start off with saying that the Jets are driving me nuts because they almost made us forget about how good Breece Hall is.
Yep.
Yeah.
With
They
all of the drama.
Same thing Baltimore's
Hey,
doing to Derrick Henry. Not running him.
We're,
And, yep.
we're ruining a great player.
Yep.
And we don't have a lot of offensively great players in our history.
Yeah.
And we're going to ruin another one.
Last year he made it.
We're ruining two. We're ruining two really good players. Breece Hall,
Who's the second one?
Garrett Wilson.
Garrett
Garrett Wilson is nasty,
Wilson
but
is
you can't
talented.
get him the ball.
He's great.
He's talented.
get him
He's great. He's great.
I-
One thing about
Yeah.
Garrett Wilson I could say about Garrett Wilson, he's playing the same way he played at Ohio State. He is great.
Yeah, they're
There's
like-
no letdown. So let's let's get into it. Let's get into it.
That's the elephant in the room, right?
Let's get into it.
It's the
You also
quarterback.
Aaron Rodgers said?
Wait, before you get on to Aaron Rodgers, because I'm gonna get on him. Let's get into it.
That's the elephant. That's the elephant.
Let's get into it. People say fire Woody Johnson. He don't know what he's doing.
You can't buy the owner.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. When they said fire him, I'm sorry, but
I mean, tell the team.
sell him. Sell the team. People are saying sell the team, right? Woody Johnson.
He ain't gonna do that.
And he's not going to do that, but people was chanting that. And I'm like, Woody Johnson, and I spoke to Ramon about this, made some fatal mistakes. Number one, hiring Adam Gase. Number two, hiring Robert Saleh.
Well, pause there. Pause. He didn't hire
let me
Saleh.
finish. I'm not finished. Hiring
He didn't
Robert
hire
Saleh.
Saleh. He didn't hire
Number
Saleh.
three, drafting Zach Wilson. Number four, giving Aaron Rodgers, the keys to the Ferrari. And he wrecked it. Woody Johnson, when he first became owner, hired Herm Edwards. Herm Edwards went to playoffs, 2 or 3 times? Mangini went to playoffs once. Rex Ryan went to playoffs, conference finals.
Yep.
Twice. I'm not blaming Woody Johnson for this, but the 4 fatal mistakes are fatal mistakes. Joe Douglas, hey, you are what your record is. 30-67. You got to go, bro. You made some great draft picks. But you're 30-67. You got to go.
So you just proved your point, or you just argued against your point. It's not Woody. We don't fire the owner. We cannot like him.
I'm not. No, it's not. I'm proving against my point. It's like they're saying Woody should sell the team. I'm saying no. He shouldn't sell the team.
That's what an uneducated fan, a fanatic said in the moment.
Well,
right?
they was chanting that at the stadium.
Yeah, they were.
They were chanting that at the stadium.
That's because they think it's his fault. It's not his fault.
They listen to the media.
He's paying people to do their job, and they're just not doing their job well.
Yeah.
Yes, he might be paying the wrong people, but he is not a football guy.
Well,
he is a businessman.
Of course. He want results. I want to call him uneducated because those New York tickets are not cheap, so they got to be making money somehow.
What are the Jets? The number 2 franchise in the NFL in terms of earned income?
7.
Let's do a statistician. We're going to look it up.
7 value.
So I don't think it's about
franchise. So,
I think it's about.
I'm not saying you're thinking about that, but that's what people were saying. Woody Johnson, even pundits on Woody, worst owner. I don't think so. He went all in. He's not Snyder from Washington. No,
he's not Jerry.
No,
Jera. He is. He shouldn't even be in our conversation. It's not him. It's Rodgers.
He's in our conversation because fans were cheering. Pundits on TV were saying he should sell the team, and I don't think I'm just saying it's not his fault. So,
I think what you're seeing this year, and literally, I mean, we've all been Jets fans all our lives, all of us, right? So this is the first time
we got Chad
I
Pennington in the back.
really hear about like Woody Johnson even getting involved in like the day-to-day decisions. Like, yo, like the first time I hear him saying you need to bench a quarterback.
Well,
I don't even remember anyone saying he did that to Zach. He said you need to bench Aaron. Like,
well, didn't you say that? Wait a minute. Didn't you say that? Didn't you say that 3 or 4 weeks ago?
Say what 4 weeks ago?
We need to put Aaron Rodgers on the bench.
I did. No, I did.
Yeah, so he was thinking as a fan. He was thinking as a fan. He saw what we saw.
Yeah.
He saw what we saw. Yeah.
What I'm saying is for people to say it's his fault, it's not. He's letting the people he hired make the decisions.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so he got rid of them. What do you think, Isaac?
I mean, I do think the more you talk about it, the more I think it's less his fault.
That's right.
It's his fault for giving the keys to Rodgers, but for everything else, not really. Joe Douglas, that's honestly his fault. He signed a lot of washed veterans like Mike Williams and there's also Randall Cobb, stuff like that. Like, why would you sign those guys, wasting space and time? You know what I mean?
It's the Aaron Rodgers effect.
Okay, we'll get to Aaron Rodgers. Relax. We'll get to Aaron Rodgers.
I'm saying
we're breaking it down.
I know. Wait. I'm saying, why would you sign them knowing that you're just going to start Allen Lazard in replacement? You know what I mean? And draft a wide receiver in the draft. It's like it's really not his fault. It's more Joe Douglas for signing Mike Williams. He saw Mike Williams' big name in the market. He's like, oh, wait, let's just get this guy.
But wait. Why did Mike
Williams
do the next game? What did he do the next game?
I don't know. But,
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, but but Mike Williams, you know, he was hurt when they signed him. So that was another. Why did Joe Douglas sign him? So let's talk about the man who was given the keys to the Ferrari.
All right, can I go first?
Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers. Go ahead, Sam. Sam. Let's talk about Aaron Rodgers before I make my comments. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna say, when this happened, when they first got him, I said we shouldn't have gotten him. He was too old. I could ask Ray. When they first signed him, I was like, they should not sign this man. I said they either should have gone out and gotten Kirk Cousins. Or that's what I said, Cousins, or they should have made a run at Lamar because Lamar was available.
That's what I said.
And they should have made a run at Lamar.
But I said I'm going to cheer for him. And then what?
Then what?
Let Sam finish.
I agreed with you. And I said, but we're going to cheer for him. And we went so far as to fly from I flew from New York to Dallas to watch this man play.
We all did.
I didn't fly to watch Aaron Rodgers play. Remember, I also flew to see Zach Wilson play like 3 times. So
we all seen Zach Wilson play, but we purchased the tickets because Aaron Rodgers was on the team, right? We set up the trip because of Aaron Rodgers was on the team. Am I right or wrong?
So, Sam, how many snaps did Aaron Rodgers give you that year? Last year, how many snaps?
3.
4.
3.
He got hurt on the 4th play.
Yep.
So 4 snaps.
Yep. So go ahead, Sam.
point, and at that point,
let's Sam finish his thought, and then we'll go back to you.
Point, we should have moved on.
No, Sam, go ahead, finish your thought.
So what I would say is, I never thought they should have gotten him. There were other quarterbacks available that were younger, more mobile. Aaron Rodgers, as good as he's been in Green Bay, as he was in Green Bay, he won a Super Bowl 18 years ago.
How many years ago?
Since then? I think it was 18 years ago.
Sheesh.
Right? Hasn't won anything since then.
Might have been 14.
Might have been 14? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
We're going to
It's
find
still
out.
a long time ago.
Okay.
And, he was going to be 41 that first year. Not everybody is Tom Brady.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was a bad move. And it was shown from the beginning that they were letting him do what he wants. When you don't show up for camp in the summertime, you're the quarterback. You got to show up. Like, it's your first year playing. And you're not going to show up to camp? These guys don't know how to play with you.
But what was the reason for not showing up to camp?
It was a cluster from the beginning, is what I'm saying.
But what was the reason
I got
for not showing up at camp?
He wanted to go to Egypt. He wanted to go on some
What was the
tour.
reason for not showing up at camp?
He wanted to go to Egypt. He wanted to go to Egypt.
He was on vacation while the team that he was supposed to lead was working.
Yep. He wanted to go to Egypt. So
now every
And
blue
his excuse
collar
was it was already booked.
Every blue collar 9-to-5er in New York said, "What? My boss is on vacation, and it's the holiday season when we're supposed to get our numbers up, but they're on vacation. Are they gonna work for that man?
No.
They're not gonna work hard.
They're gonna keep him. They're not gonna work hard for him.
Okay, Isaac, what you got to say?
Aaron Rodgers, I don't know if y'all seen it, but Aaron Rodgers said in the media, that he wanted to play, but he didn't say. He said he wanted to play in the 2025 season, but he didn't say that he wanted to play for the Jets. So it is actually predicted that the Jets are going to send him on IR for halfway through the season and never play him again, or they're going to release him. Swear. And they did that, Devontae Adams and all these trades and all this stuff. It was nothing. It was uselessness. And Aaron Rodgers, he was great, honestly. And I have to say this, Tom Brady is one of the biggest reasons why we had faith in Aaron Rodgers. We've seen when a quarterback won 41 and 42, and he won a championship at that great age. You know what I mean? Which most quarterbacks can't do. But this is the fact. After seeing Tom Brady was still in incredible physical shape, the top physical shape. He could probably come back today and still play quarterback. But I'm saying that Aaron Rodgers, after tearing that Achilles, it didn't look like he was in the best physical shape. And the arm talent too. Tom Brady took care of his arm. Aaron Rodgers lost all that zip. He can still throw the ball. He can still throw the ball pretty hard, but he lost the zip he had that made him incredible. You know what I mean?
I hear you, but let me give you my spill on Aaron Rodgers. Number one, thank you, Aaron Rodgers, for wanting to come play for the New York Jets and giving us hope. So, what happened the first game of the season? You blew out your ACL. You blew it out. And guess what? That was the career. Your career in New York has been unsuccessful. You were a great quarterback, 4-time MVP, Super Bowl winning quarterback. But like Sam says, and like Isaac said, you got to commit to your team, to your players. Tom Brady during COVID was hiding in some park practicing with his players to get to know his players.
Yep.
So Aaron Rodgers, I'm going to Egypt. I don't need mini camp. I don't need OTAs. I've been doing this for 20 years. I know what's going on. Come on, man. You're coming off an ACL injury. You're not going to be the same, period. You could tell when he scrambled and run, his lags back. He doesn't have the sprint in him anymore. Aaron Rodgers, you was a great quarterback. I want to thank you for wanting to be a New York Jet. We had the talent. We gave up defensive players for you. We signed Mike Williams. I don't know why. We signed Brickhand Lazard, who sometimes he'll catch the ball, sometimes he won't.
Mm-hmm.
So come on, Aaron Rodgers. I hope, honestly, being a Jet fan, I hope when you come back, we win the rest of the games and you could take us to the playoffs. In reality, do we know that's going to happen? I don't think so. I don't understand or know what if you get released or benched. I'm not sure what the cap hit's going to be. The dead money.
It doesn't matter. Unlimited funds in New York.
It
does
matter. It does matter because the NFL has a hard cap.
There's a cap.
There's a hard cap. So it does matter because you have to build your team. So do we keep him? My question is, do we keep him, trade him,
get rid of him,
or release him?
So before we answer that, I just want to say this. The Jets were a quarterback away. That's everybody's opinion. Okay? The Jets defense ranks 7th. Okay? The Jets defense last year, I forget what it ranked, but we had a great defense, right?
It was better. Mm-hmm.
It was better. Right now, the Jets defense ranks 7th. We are a quarterback away. We just pulled up the stats. Aaron Rodgers, because we're going to do the stats, right? We're going to know what we're saying here about this, right? Aaron Rodgers right now, he won the Super Bowl in 2011.
We know that.
Done.
We know that.
He was MVP in 2011, 2014, okay. 2020 and 2021, right? So now we signed him last year.
No, 2 years ago.
2 years.
Mm-hmm. 2 years ago.
Last year.
2 years ago.
This is his second year with us.
Right, 2 years
we
ago.
signed him last year.
Yeah, 2 years ago, yeah.
So he was 3 years removed from MVP.
Yeah.
And 40 years old.
Yeah.
And he came off a bad season.
He was not the quarterback for us.
Came off a bad season with the Packers.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
right.
he
was coming off a good year.
He was a better choice, an option than Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
No, he was not.
Was he? Zach Wilson has a better record.
Well, now we see that he's not because he hurt his Achilles in the first season. That first season, if he didn't hurt his Achilles, it might have been a different story.
I agree with that.
Okay. Season 2 is different.
Rodgers, we signed him. We signed the name. We didn't sign.
No, I don't think so. He was still a top quarterback when we signed him with Green Bay. He was still a top quarterback. Look at his numbers. He was still a top quarterback. Okay, Green Bay gave him $50 million.
That was after his MVP season, though.
Right.
Yeah, no, that was 3 years ago.
I know. I'm saying they gave him the contract after his MVP season.
Right.
Or before, right before.
Aaron Rodgers was still a top quarterback. Was he Aaron Rodgers 10 years ago? He was better than most quarterbacks in the league at the time.
I think we signed the name and we signed people hyping him up.
No.
We did not sign.
No. I told you, you're totally wrong.
That the GM did not watch Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers the last 2 years before we signed him.
Aaron Rodgers was on TV all the time. Green Bay.
That doesn't mean he was good.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. That's why he was. What was so and so saying? Baddest man alive. Aaron Rodgers makes the throws. Aaron Rodgers was. Aaron Rodgers.
That's why we signed him. We didn't sign him.
I know people from Green Bay, Wisconsin. They still love Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
that's because he got them a Super Bowl.
No, that was he. He was. When we signed him, he was a talented quarterback. He was still top 10 quarterback. He was top 10 quarterback.
I don't know. I think he could have been 10 at the time.
Right. He could have been. He was top 10. He was top 10 quarterback when we signed him.
He was on a decline.
I don't know if he was top 10.
I said he was top 10.
Whoa.
When we signed him?
He's top 10. Guess what? He's top 10. Top 10 doesn't make the playoffs.
But he wasn't top 10 though.
I'm just saying. See, you're not listening to my point. He was better than what we had. He was
He
better than what we had.
Can I say this? He was
He
top
was
10 at the
better
time,
than
but
what
he
we
did
had.
not keep his
By
mind.
name.
No. So I
Come
agree
on.
with. I kind of agree with both of you, right? I know I said Aaron Rodgers hadn't won anything in a long time, which is true, but that does not mean he didn't play well at Green Bay when he was there.
Yeah.
He
Now,
did.
when we signed him, he was a quarterback on the decline.
Right.
He
Yeah.
was.
Right. Because of
Green
age.
Bay saw it. He was
Because
on
of
the
age.
decline.
Right.
He was still better than
So-
half the
So
quarterbacks in
we
the league.
signed the name.
No.
And we didn't see
He,
the red
he was
flag.
no. I know we needed a quarterback, and he was still better than half the quarterbacks in the league. Now, was he better than all the quarterbacks that were potentially available? I would disagree with that.
No, yeah, you're right. But
Yeah.
but let's talk about it. Lamar Jackson was not coming to New York. Lamar Jackson was going to stay in Baltimore.
That's
Kirk
not a
Cousins.
fact.
Kirk
No,
Cousins.
and I think he
Oh,
had
come
an
on,
offer.
man. Let's not go. That's not a fact. But we knew that he was going to stay in Baltimore because there was people giving him the check.
And
Come
he
on
wasn't
here.
unrestricted, right? He wasn't
Right. He was
unrestricted.
unrestricted. There was people. He was going to stay with Baltimore.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins. They didn't want him. He still had a good year. And you look at Kirk Cousins now. He
playing
started
better
out
than
for bang. He started out for bang.
And y'all didn't know.
And now he's slowing, even though the Falcons do have a better record. And
Last year, Kirk Cousins tore his Achilles.
right.
Yep.
And
But he's
Kirk
younger.
Cousins tore his Achilles too. And Kirk
But
Cousins,
he's younger.
yeah, a few years. And Kirk Cousins was his. He never won a playoff game.
Yeah.
So, you
Well,
know,
what about
we
Derek
signed.
Carr?
I think we signed the better quarterback at the time.
At the time, that was
The
the right
Jets.
move.
At the time, the
don't
Jets
think
did not need a superstar quarterback. They needed like Peyton Manning when he went to Denver. They needed a game manager who could make a throw here and there and let the team take over. Look at the team the Jets got.
Let's stop.
Let's look at the team the Jets got.
No, let's stop. You just said they didn't need a superstar. They needed a game manager like Peyton Manning. The Jets just tried to follow a playbook of signing a superstar who was over the hill and hoping he was Peyton Manning and Tom Brady. They should have did what Baltimore did and paid Lamar Jackson all the money in the world.
Lamar
Make him
Jackson
the number
was
one.
not leaving Baltimore.
I don't think he. Honestly, he
Not
was
if
not leaving
that
Baltimore.
check was there properly.
Lamar
With the
Jackson
tools we
was
had,
not leaving
number
Baltimore.
one, number 3 defense at the time, Brees Hall, Lamar Jackson.
First of all, Lamar Jackson. I'm not even talking about Lamar Jackson because he wasn't leaving Baltimore.
No, honestly,
and Lamar was
If the Jets wouldn't have given
Baltimore
them-
could match the offer. He was
Right.
restricted. He was not an
But did we
unrestricted. He
make
was
the
restricted, so he
offer?
wasn't going to leave
But
Baltimore.
did
Baltimore
we
was going to
make
match
the
it.
offer? But did we make it?
Everybody
Yeah, but
knew.
Baltimore was going to match
no
the
one
offer, so he
made
wasn't
it.
going to
Understand
leave.
the whole league did it. With the
The
whole
whole league
offered
did it.
Lamar.
The whole league did it because they knew he was going to stay in Baltimore. They didn't
Yeah.
even offer it.
Yeah.
We need
But
to
can I
do
say
what's
this? Can I
best
say-
for the Jets.
And
Can I
Lamar
say this?
got his money. He got paid.
The Jets understood that Aaron Rodgers, at the time, it was 100% the right signing. The only thing that Aaron Rodgers did,
I still disagree with that, though.
no, I think it was the right signing because honestly, we watched the season of Zach Wilson after, you know what I mean? It was really torture. But I'm saying
So-
the problem was the beginning was giving Aaron Rodgers the keys way too early and him getting too comfortable with the role. He became lazy and he didn't get his body in true shape. He still was throwing the ball around and he looked good in those spring clips, but he didn't get his body truly in shape, and that's why he was on the decline. The thing about Tom Brady was never really on a decline because he kept his body in shape and he stayed with the all that stuff.
Well,
Aaron
you
Rodgers-
know what? This is what I'll say. This I'm going to say. Tom Brady was on the decline because everybody saw it. Tom Brady, however, to me, played to the strengths of his players. Where Aaron
He did.
Rodgers is expecting his players to play to his strength, and you throw in back shoulder passes to a 6'4" wide receiver when you just need to put it up in the air and he'll go up and get it.
That's true.
So I mean, I disagree. He was the best option at the time. He was
he
was
was.
the most known
I
quarterback
think he
at
was.
the time.
I think
But
he
I think
was.
there were other quarterbacks that were better. that were
I
available.
think we signed.
Who?
I think you both are right.
I think
you
Kirk
and I are
Cousins.
both
I actually
right.
think Derek Carr played better than him that year.
I wanted Derek
That
Carr.
year,
Derek Carr, we
he
cannot do
played better
Derek
than
Carr.
Aaron did that year.
Derek Carr.
Derek Carr.
What's Derek Carr doing right now?
He's on the bench. He's hurt, isn't
Is
he?
he on the bench right now? Is he
He's
hurt?
hurt.
Is he hurt?
He starts.
Derek Carr. Come on, man.
Derek Carr's awful.
He played well.
Yeah.
He played
He
well.
hasn't won.
But
He
guess what?
hasn't won a playoff game.
Never won a playoff game.
Derek Carr's numbers are better than Aaron Rodgers in the last 2 years.
Okay, Derek Carr.
This year, I'm letting y'all know right now. This year, Aaron Rodgers has better yards than Derek Carr.
There you go.
He has a better pass. Wait, let me switch it up real quick.
Hey, I'm gonna let you know I am an Aaron Rodgers fan, but he got hurt.
2020.
Your age was showing, and you was not in sync with your wide receivers because you did not practice with them.
Yep.
He was off key with Devontae Adams, his best wide receiver for the past 7 years. He was missing him. Devontae was going left, the ball was going right. Devontae was going right, the ball was going left. Yes, they made a couple spectacular plays, but overall, he was out of key with all his receivers, all his throws. That
Think of it
because
this
of
way.
lack of repetition.
Think of it this way. The reason why we said
Derek
it
Carr,
wasn't
I'm
a
letting y'all
good
know he has
signing.
700 less passing yards.
All right, say that again, Isaac. Say that again, Isaac.
Derek Carr
Well,
has 700
no,
less
let's-
passing yards, but I think he has 3 less touchdowns.
Isaac, hit him with the stats in a moment. This is the point that we were making on the signing, right? When we signed him, should we have signed him?
Yes.
And you're saying yes, right? But I'm saying, and Sam is saying no. I'm saying no because we signed the name of Aaron Rodgers and we ignored all the red flags.
Yes, that's actually true.
He
That's
was
very
getting
true.
old, and he was having confrontations within his
With his
team.
coach. Yep. And his coach.
Yeah, that's true. That's very
Right?
true.
So he was
When he was first signed?
No,
Yeah,
before. He
that's
was still
why
having
Green Bay didn't
That's why Green Bay
want him.
wanted him out.
Yeah.
He was having personal issues with
Right.
commitment.
He didn't like the coach because Aaron Rodgers, like I said,
No.
like I
He didn't
said,
like-
the issue with Aaron Rodgers was he was given the key to the Ferrari.
And he was
No.
He was given the keys to Ferrari. He was still a great quarterback. He was still a great
That's what
quarterback.
the Jets did.
That's what I
Green Bay
mean. That's
did
the
not
problem. You don't give the keys to your players, to your main player.
do. So what
Okay.
but what I'm saying is the Jets ignored that and
Yes,
signed Aaron Rodgers
They
the
ignored his
name.
problems. They're actually correct about that. Yes.
I would have
didn't
signed.
sign
I would have
Aaron
signed
Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers. I would have signed
They
him.
signed the name, not the teammate, not the
Yes,
football
that's
player.
very true. That's
I
actually
wouldn't
very
have
true.
signed him.
I would have signed him if he didn't
They
get hurt.
ignored all the
the
red
first
flags.
year.
You know what they did?
That was it.
You know what they did?
You gotta let Ramon speak.
You know what they did? They married Cardi B. Beautiful. Make good music for the culture. But they ignored all the red flags.
But they knew.
They married
They knew it.
Doja
They knew
Cat.
it. They knew it. They knew it.
I think
I
the
would.
Jets-
I would have. I would have. I would have signed him. I would have
And I-
signed him.
And that may
Beyonce
be-
was out there, and they didn't even ask Beyonce on a date.
I think, I mean, the Jets were in win now mode. They thought Aaron Rodgers could get them to win now. I
Right.
think that's part of the reason why Joe Douglas got fired because
Yep.
Woody Johnson's like, yo, you put all our apples in one basket, and that basket has spilled, right? And
He
so
was 30 and 67. 30 and 67.
yeah,
You got to go.
So
All right, let's go off Aaron Rodgers. But can we agree that the season is a failure because of Aaron Rodgers?
Yes.
yeah,
Okay. I still want to thank him for wanting to be a New York Jet and bring us hope. Thank you, Aaron Rodgers.
And also, let's agree that we got to do something to let Breece Hall shine.
well, he's our best offensive weapon. If you look at the offense, he is the diamond of the offense.
So
we need
Garrett
we
Wilson,
need
both
to make
of them.
sure that
Both
he
of
can
them.
shine.
So this is my question now, because we're still on the Jets, because the Jets are an emotional subject. I want Rex Ryan back. Thoughts?
So do I. So do I.
No.
Yep. So do I.
Rex Ryan will bring pride and toughness back to the New York Jets.
So
Don't be I me.
I want to say the right thing about Rex. Is he about the details?
I think when he took that break, because he went to Buffalo, they went 8-8. They didn't have a good
Buffalo.
Yeah, he didn't do. He did. He made. But now that he went to ESPN or whatever he went to. When he talks and he figures it out and sees stuff, I'm like, okay, Rex, you kind of figured it out now. I'm on Rex back. I'm on Rex back.
Think of it this way too.
And Rex, I'll let you talk, Sam. Rex, he's campaigning for the job, and like he said, he's a Jet. He talks about he'll bring toughness and pride back to the team.
We don't need toughness.
Oh my God! It's football.
You need discipline. You need discipline.
It's football. It's football.
You need discipline.
It's football.
You need discipline.
We have toughness. We don't have discipline, we don't have quarterback.
Okay, Rex will bring that discipline. That's toughness. Rex, if you missed that block, you want to go up against that guy? You out of here. You on the bench. He will cut.
Rex will not bring discipline. Rex will bring discipline.
Rex will bring discipline on that football field. You out your mind. On that football field? Yes, he will.
Who was the GM when Rex was there?
Tannenbaum.
Rex goes to the AFC Championship twice.
With Mark Sanchez, my boy.
With the average quarterback. What happened the next year?
He went to 2 championships.
We got 2 AFC championships.
2 championships.
They got rid of all of Sanchez's offensive weapons.
We cut everyone. We cut Garrison Hurst.
Yep.
We cut Brendan Edwards. We cut everyone who needed to be paid.
Everyone was gone.
That is not
Rex up to fail.
And toughness.
But that's not Rex's fault. That was Tannenbaum's fault. That was Tannenbaum's fault.
That's why he's on ESPN right now.
Yeah, that's Tannenbaum's fault. Because Rex, you know who they wanted to keep? They wanted to keep Thomas Jones. Rex said, we can't keep him, and they cut him. They didn't want to pay him. They wanted to keep Brandon Edwards. They got rid of him. So they said, we're going to let Mark Sanchez throw the ball, but you got rid of all his players that he practiced with during the summertime.
Yep.
Bring back Rex Ryan.
You blame the GM, but as a coach, you sit down and you say, I need these guys.
And I think he did.
Make it happen.
I think he did.
That means he was more concerned about his job than the job than keeping those players in the organization.
I truly believe that Rex Ryan loves the Jets.
Yep.
So you got to remember, his father was the coach on the Jets when they won the Super Bowl 50 years ago, whatever it is.
As a leader, you put your neck on the line for the guys that will put their neck on the line.
And I believe
that's what Rex
he did. I believe he did. I believe he did that.
In the end, the GM makes the decision.
All those guys got cut.
Hey, that's the GM.
In the end, the GM makes the decision.
The GM makes the decisions, and I believe it's the GM's fault.
But can I say this?
The GM and the president of player operations,
right,
they make the decision.
And this was funny. This is what funny.
Rex lost that battle that we need to. The battle that we need to win.
This was funny.
Which means, guess what we do? We get Aaron Rodgers again.
Well, Aaron Rodgers came way after Rex. So
no. I'm saying we get another player like Aaron Rodgers.
No.
Who we're signing a name because the GM wants him.
No.
And the coach can't stand on his laurels, and he can't stand tall and say, nope, the better football player is this other guy.
Yeah, I'm not sure where you're going with that, but I want Rex Ryan back. I
do.
If he can't keep the guys that help us win, he's not going to be able to do it in the future.
But it's not up to Rex.
It's not up to Rex.
That's not up to Rex. I mean, and he's going to give his input.
Right.
In the end, the GM has to make that decision. And with
Because-
the GM coming in, I guarantee you we're going to see some players gone.
Right. And one thing about Tannenbaum was a salary cap GM. He always looked at the salary cap.
He knew how
He's
to
a
work
salary
the
cap GM.
He knew how to work the cap.
So us Jets are we're revisiting. We're just living Groundhog's Day. Us Jets fans, right? Parcells saying that he has to shop for the groceries, right? Rex losing all his players, right? Aaron Rodgers, this whole scenario, and then what's going to happen next year? A new GM, new head coach, and are we going to fall back into the same bag, right?
This is what I would like for the Jets to do. Like I said, with Herm Edwards, we went to the playoffs 2 or 3 times. Maybe we would have went further if, Chad always got hurt. And remember, they missed the field goal.
Yeah.
Remember that field goal? The field goal kicker misses. So what they do? Next year is second round draft choice. They draft the field goal. I believe it was Nick Folk. Nick Folk stayed for them he stayed with them for a while, right? So now listen to this. They got Mangini. Mangini went to playoff once, but Mangini, he made some horrible choices for draft pick. And
great defensive coordinator, not a good head coach.
Not a good head coach, not a good manager of personnel. He liked athletes, but not football players. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He liked them gym rats, but not football players.
Yeah.
So let's go to Rex. Rex, hey, this is what we're gonna do. What I liked about Rex Ryan, well, we didn't see in Adam Gates, what we didn't see in Saleh, that we have. When you come see us, this is what we're gonna do to you. We're gonna ground and pound you. We're gonna beat you to the ground. Stop my program. Stop it. And it worked.
I don't like to get on Saleh too much. You know why?
Because
I really think
I like Saleh too, but he wasn't a good head coach.
No,
I think his hands got tied. This
is the deal with Saleh with me. Last year and the year before, the Jets lost 6 games in a row.
Yeah.
At the end of the season.
Yeah.
At the end of the season.
A couple of those
this before Aaron Rodgers came aboard.
Yep.
The last year when they lost 6 games in a row, they just had to win 2 to make the playoffs.
Yep.
And you can't tell me your head coach can't figure it out to make the playoffs?
You can't. Not when your star running back gets hurt. Not when.
Oh, this is what a head coach does. Out of 6 games, you got to win 2.
And some of that was bad. Some of that was bad clock management.
Thank you. Bad clock management. Go back to those games. 6 games, you just got to win 2. So Saleh, I don't think he was a good head coach. I like Saleh. I like Saleh. He keeps his players going. He's a rah-rah guy. But as a head coach, he should have not been a head coach.
Paul is hurt. And as we all agree, Zach Wilson was not the caliber that we needed. And then he was even hurt, and we were dealing with our third-string quarterbacks.
It doesn't matter because Zach Wilson, like you said, his hands was tied, and you started a quarterback who was hurt.
We can't put the blame on the coach because as this whole conversation went,
you were talking about out of 6 teams. Out of 6 teams, you had to win 2. You had to win 2. Come on now.
Let me finish.
2 years in a row, we lost 6 games in a row. Come on.
The conversation started with it's the owner's fault, then it's the GM's fault.
No, we're not talking about that now. We're talking about the Aaron Rodgers situation was a failure, and now we talk about should we bring back Rex?
No, exactly. And you guys are saying it's the GM's personnel decisions that create all of this.
Yes.
So now you can't blame the coach if he doesn't have the tools.
The coach had the tools.
I'm doing something, so you can't come here.
The coach had the tools. I'm just saying,
course you're
Coaching.
Saleh never had the tools.
No, listen to me. Listen to me, please. As a head coach, you should be able to win 2 games, not lose 6 in a row. Not lose 6 in a row. Not lose 6 in a row. That's what I'm saying.
Without the tools.
And all I said,
They had the tools. They had the tools.
I wasn't blaming Saleh. I think Saleh was a good coach. He did make some mistakes as a first year and second year head coach. He didn't have good clock management. I can't remember what game it was, but he had a timeout left, doesn't call it, and leaves it up to like a Hail Mary play at the end when he should have called the timeout. You know, it was just things like that you didn't give your team the best chance to win. And so, you know, I still think Saleh was a good coach. I don't think he's the one who should have gotten fired. They should have fired Nathaniel Hackett because he got demoted anyway after he remained the OC, but they said you're not going to call the plays anymore because you can't call them, right? So he still got Nathaniel Hackett still got demoted, in my opinion.
But
you know,
he gave, like I said, Woody Johnson's fatal mistake. He gave him the keys to the Ferrari. He wanted Nathaniel Hackett. He didn't like Saleh. He didn't like Saleh because Saleh's best friend for Matt LaFleur, I guess. And he was best man to Matt LaFleur's wedding or something like that. So you know, Aaron Rodgers is a diva.
Mo, and remember,
Devo, whatever you want to call it.
So remember too.
Back to Aaron Rodgers, I guess.
Woody Johnson did not hire Robert Saleh. His
Thank
son
you.
did. His
Thank
son
you.
did.
Thank you.
So
and you let him know. Didn't you let him know? I didn't hire you.
We're agreeing. It's Rodgers' fault.
It's Rodgers, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's Rodgers' fault. It's Rodgers' fault.
It's Rodgers this year.
We're agreeing.
This year, Aaron Rodgers' fault. Yes, definitely.
And last year.
Well, he got hurt.
But
he got all those players that were over the hill, but they were his buddies.
As I said, Aaron Rodgers' career with the New York Jets was just unsuccessful.
Yep.
It was worse than Brett Favre.
It's unsuccessful.
This year.
It's unsuccessful. So back to my question.
If he's not done after this year.
My question, are they going to keep Aaron Rodgers or release him? What do you want?
They're going to release him. They're going to release him. Why would you keep him?
Okay. I agree. Release him.
Yep.
He's gonna dictate to where he goes. And if they're lucky,
they'll go anywhere. He's a free agent. He only signed a 2-year deal.
No. He got a contract for next year.
He got an extension?
Yeah, he's on contract for next year.
Oh, Lord. They're gonna keep him then. Nobody's gonna take him. I don't think anybody takes him.
So release him.
Yeah, I would release him. I would just release him, and you're gonna have to take the hit on the cap.
Okay.
He signed a 3-year deal.
Yeah.
I thought it was 2, but okay, he signed 3 years.
Hey, this is what I would do. Hey, Aaron Rodgers.
$112 million. That's
what I'm talking about. Get paid. I am not mad at a pro athlete who gets paid.
Oh, I'm not mad at it either.
I'm not mad. If you're getting $112 million, who knows what the team's getting? So this is what I would do.
He restructured his contract. He did.
Yeah, he restructured. This is what I would do. Aaron Rodgers, okay.
You're gonna be the backup.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. If we cut you, we'll get a big cap hit or dead money, whatever. However, that cap space is crazy, and it's a high mark.
Mm-hmm.
You just be on the bench.
Aaron Rodgers won't be a free agent till 2026.
Right.
The next year.
At 43.
Right.
Yep. Next year.
Because he restructured his contract. So
yep.
If you release him, you take a big cap hit. If you put him on the bench, how much of distraction would he be to the team? Hey, I got a question. Would he even care?
Yes.
I think he would care.
Okay.
He's got the biggest ego in the room.
So what do we do with Aaron Rodgers?
I think you let him, you know what you do? You tell him he's not going to start, but you have him work with the quarterback coach and basically be a de facto coach. Coach player.
You tell him he's not going to start, behind closed doors, he says, I want to be traded. I already have the team picked out. You get a 5th-round draft pick for him.
Trade him.
Trade him.
Trade him.
And he goes to wherever he wants to go, just like he did a couple years ago.
So I got a question. So if you trade him, will the team take that contract? Well,
yeah.
Honestly, they probably will because his contract's not guaranteed for next year.
Well, no, he is.
No, his contract is not guaranteed for next year.
He's guaranteed $75 million
for next year.
In general,
because he back-ended his money. He back-ended his money.
Oh wow.
Yep. He back-ended his money. He put his money on the back end of the contract.
He's good.
Yep.
So he's good. He's good, but
I don't think any team's going to take him.
Yeah, I say you just release him.
Not at that amount of money for a quarterback who's going to come and play 1 year. You've seen that he's playing and he's diminishing. Why would any team trade for him?
Well, if he gets $75 million, can he do a Russell Wilson? I'll play for the league minimum. I got all this money.
Million, right?
I got all this money. Huh?
How much money is in his contract?
$112 million. He's guaranteed 75.
So a team can take him and say play with the league minimum, since you're guaranteed all this other money from the Jets, because the Jets have to pay you.
But I don't think the Jets are going to do that. The Jets are going to be like, no, you got to take it. You got to take the contract.
Right. There you go. Put him on the bench.
Yeah. Put him on the bench.
Put him on the bench.
There's no team in the league right now that's a quarterback away. Yeah.
Say that again.
Get rid of him. It's a young man's league.
So you don't think nobody will pick him up? Not even the Giants? Not even the Giants?
Giants are going to get Shador Cam Ward. Why would they take him?
Yeah, they're going to get one of the two.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
We're in the hole, and we're in the hole for a while.
So what quarterback will be? I don't know. They still got Tyrod Taylor on the bench. I don't know. All I'm saying that I want Rex Ryan back. That's all I'm saying. Sign Rex Ryan. I don't know who's going to be the GM, but sign Rex Ryan.
I'm moving forward. We need whoever's the youngest, newest, bright mind out there that can relate to these quarterbacks.
And honestly, can I say this? This is kind of wrong because of Dan Campbell proving me wrong, but the league is starting to run on offensive coordinators. You know what I mean? Offensive built coaches who are built in for their quarterback and their offense, like Shanahan. You know what I mean? And McVay, and even Harbaugh though. Harbaugh. I'm talking about Harbaugh in Baltimore. He's kind of built towards Lamar and his defense a little bit, but
yeah, Harbaugh runs the ball.
Yeah, but he knows he has different. He didn't run it normally like everyone else. He has a dual threat quarterback where he could pull it and imagine like it's just impossible. We need an offensive coordinated mind.
But this is what I'm saying. He has that philosophy. I'm gonna run the ball, but I got this dual threat that he could go deep. You're right, Isaac. You're right. So,
even though he doesn't use Derrick Henry correctly right now, but that's all right. That's another.
Well, he might be
1,200 yards.
I'm like, well, he might be saving for the playoffs. It's a long season.
Oh yeah, and honestly, he wouldn't be using him as much, knowing that he has to save his body. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, but we all can agree Aaron Rodgers has to go, and Breece Hall needs to be used some more.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because Breece Hall doesn't even get. Does he get 15 carries a game?
It's the offense. So we have Breece Hall, and then we have our rookie. And if we actually run the ball properly, we're good.
But what are you going to do?
Quarterback that can actually add 40 to 50 yards a game if they have to with their legs.
Yeah.
And that's what the league is.
Well, they need to use Breece Hall. I mean, I'm not going back to Aaron Rodgers. We already agreed that, hey, thank you, Aaron Rodgers. Thank you for giving us hope. But the season is a wash. Your career with the Jets is a wash. So,
over.
Yep.
We'll see. So, I'll get off my Jets. It's an emotional subject. Bring back Rex. That's all I got to say. So, how about those New York Knickerbockers? Before we talk about the Knicks, I believe what I'd like to talk about, how about their new intro?
Yeah, I watched it. It was pretty nice.
You know, I'm going to be honest. I've only caught bits and pieces of Knicks games. So
the new intro.
The Knicks are moving forward to the future, and it shows with how they're marketing the team. And that's where we need the Jets to go forward. Then we need the Jets.
We're not talking about the Jets. We're not talking about the Jets. We're not talking about the Jets. We're not talking about the Jets anymore.
The Knicks are moving forward to the future. The culture. They understand that things have changed. You know, they say that the Knicks are, one of the slower paced teams in the league.
But they're proficient.
But when you watch the games, they push the ball when they're supposed to.
They're proficient.
And then they work that 5-out offense like no other team in the league.
They're proficient in scoring. But I do love their DMX intro. That was like, okay, finally, somebody realized they was playing in New York City. They got rid of the Go New York, Go. That's been around for a long time. And
the Friday Night Knicks on MSG, that we got to get there. That was still a great intro for Friday night game. So they're just moving forward with the culture, with the young audience.
Yeah, that's that. Hey, I love that. I love what they're doing. I don't like their the city editions. I wish they changed that. I don't know. I just don't like the New York City edition uniforms. I really don't.
Yeah, they're okay.
Is that the dark blue one?
The dark ones were nice. The new white ones I don't like.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll never have nice city edition uniforms because there's only so much you can do with the name Knicks.
You can use the full name and put Knickerbockers on there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I know. It's crazy.
We tried the subway token.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
There's only so much you can do.
But I'm glad they changed that intro. But shout out whoever changed it. I'm glad they did. Maybe they talked to Jay-Z or somebody. I don't know who owns DMX's masters. I don't know. But hey, let's get into the Knicks. What about Cat? Jalen Brunson.
Hey, I think they're both averaging 25.
Yeah.
Are they?
It's exciting.
I think so.
If you're getting 50 points from two players consistently, you can't lose. Not in today's NBA. I think Cat is the number one shooting 3-point center.
Yeah,
He is.
Yeah, is he?
Shooting or something like that.
Is he?
We're questioning
Hey, he
the trade.
proclaimed it last year. Last year. He was the best 3-point shooting center in the league, even though he wasn't at the time. But he said it.
So who was then? Who was?
Was it Embiid or someone like that?
It might have been.
Probably wasn't Embiid.
It was probably Embiid or it was probably Lopez. Maybe Joker.
Yeah,
Okay.
But now he's put in a spot to just play free.
Yeah.
I think he's on his fifth 30-point game. Where he only had like 8 last year or something like that.
Bro, he has 6. He's on his 6th or 7th. Yeah, and he only had like 5 last year or 6 last year, something like that. At this time of the year.
Dominated.
Yeah.
And I was the biggest Cat hater because of his defense. But now with the lineup changes, the Knicks are winning. What, 4-game winning streak? Did they win today? They were down 8.
They might have lost. I'm not sure. At the time of this recording, I don't know. They might have lost. But this is what I say about Cat. Tibbs loves him. So Tibbs coached him in Minnesota. Tibbs wanted him. His defense is good enough. Yeah, he could work better with his defense. But hey, his offense outshines that. Like Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal was just dominating. He wasn't the best defensive player around, but he was dominating. So, and Cat to me is more of a stretch 4 or stretch 5 than
he's a stretch 5.
Middle defender. Than a middle defender. I like Cat a lot. I think him and Jalen maybe be MVP of the league this year.
Well, you can't compare Cat to Shaquille O'Neal.
No, I'm not comparing them. I'm just saying as defensive mind, Shaq was just dominating. But nobody talked about his defense.
But Shaq was so big. That's
what I'm saying. But his defense wasn't the greatest. That's what I'm saying. His defense wasn't the greatest. That's what I'm saying. Nobody is like Shaq.
Yeah.
Nobody could compare to Shaq. I'm just saying his defense wasn't the greatest.
He was just big.
He was just big.
You had to get around him. And
if he couldn't stop you or foul the hell out of you. Come in there if you wanted to.
Yeah.
But Cat, I think Cat he blocks shots. I think Cat's biggest issue is moving his feet. Because he's just lanky. He's just like, I like Cat.
He's slow on defense.
He's slow.
He's slow on defense. Yeah, he's slow on defense. Yeah, I like Cat. I love Cat. I mean, I think he's what the Knicks needed all the time.
Ray, what do you have to say about Cat?
I don't know his defense.
Oh, he's saying Ramon.
Yeah, his defense needs to get better. But he's good.
Do you think he's better than Randall?
Yes.
I think so.
You don't think so?
I think he's better than Randall by a lot, in my opinion.
So I can't. So I'm not the normal fan. I'm not a fan of players. Is my team playing better? Is my team making me cheer more? Is my team making me wake up the family at night when they have those 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock games? This year they're not. Did Randall make me a better Knicks fan? Yes, 100%. Randall made me a better Knicks fan. Now, did he have the body of work to do it? Yes. So does Cat have his time to prove that I can cheer for him individually? Yes, but he better do it. But he's not making me cheer for him. He's putting up points.
I don't understand that. Cat and Jalen Brunson are amazing. I think they're amazing.
I can see why he's saying that. He's saying that.
That's not amazing yet. There's no big moment where we need
amazing yet. He's right.
Are you? You see some of these slams and moves? Are you crazy?
That's okay. You can do that in the first 20 games of the year when it doesn't matter.
Wait a minute.
It does matter.
You're right, but you're judging too soon.
It does matter. It does matter. Come on, man.
You're judging too soon.
You missed.
You're judging too soon.
You miss Randall.
I'm gonna say, out of 5 of us on this call right now, I'm probably the least versed in basketball. But I think that there's a big difference between Cat and Julius Randle. Julius Randle came from another team where he didn't play as well, right? He wasn't the number one option. Comes to the Knicks, becomes the number one option, starts dropping 20, 25 a game, 30 a game. Cat's doing that. Like, Cat's already doing that.
Right.
Doing that before he came to the Knicks. So there's nothing really to get excited of unless he starts playing better than he did and with his previous team. You just said he's scoring 25 a game.
Him and Brunson, best combo. You got to get excited about that.
You got to get excited about that. But this is what I'll say about that. The Knicks are missing defense. With them scoring 25 a game, they did lose today, by the way. But with them scoring 25 a game, they're only 9-7.
Utah's got 4 wins. Utah's got 4 wins.
Cat had 15 boards.
Road game. Road game. It's not surprising. Road game. It happens. Road game.
Yeah.
But him and Brunson, I think it's great. I think Mikal Bridges. Bridges is doing well. I think OG's doing well. Josh Hart is doing well. I think it's a great team. You're not going to win them all,
In my opinion, I
especially
don't
when you
think
go out
Rashard's
west.
playing as good as he should be playing.
Who?
And the Knicks got some bench players hurt right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
a few of them hurt.
Yeah.
Well, they got McBride's out, and the same old story with our center there, right? So Mitch is still hurt.
Mitch is still hurt, and Precious Achiuwa is hurt.
And Achiuwa is a big part of the team, especially defensively.
Yeah, defensively, yes.
So do you guys truly think that Cat can carry this team the way Randall did last year?
Oh yeah, yeah. I think so. I think so.
I
Cat
carry the team.
Yes, I think so. I think so because Cat has more of an offensive scheme than Randall. Randall was a big boy. If you double team him and you go to his left, if you attack his left, turnover, you knock the ball out. Dribble, knock the ball out. Yes, I think he can.
And
I think he is.
Ramon, you know what shocks me?
Well,
you complaining. I mean, obviously, like you don't like Cat's defense, but this dude Randall did not play defense either.
True.
We had to beg him to get back on defense.
Yeah.
So that's different. So getting back on defense and being a liability when you're playing defense are two different things.
But he was a liability on defense because he didn't play defense.
Oh, which one would you rather have?
He didn't play defense. Hey.
I go by the eye test. I go by the energy.
The Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart, they talked to the Knicks.
Randall, you get fouled.
They talked to the Knicks. And it's like, Tibbs get on all of us for not playing defense except for Randall because he knew Randall was going to play defense. You know, Randall was in his feelings all the time. I think Randall was an NBA all-star player. I think Randall was a beast, but I don't think he's better than Cat. I think
he's better than Cat either.
I think the Knicks are much more improved with Cat than Randall.
If that was the case, and if Cat has his chance to prove that he is a New York Knick, because he hasn't earned that, once a Knick, you're always a Knick.
I think he's earned that already.
Nah,
I think he's earned that already.
Not yet.
No.
I think he earned that already.
No.
Yeah, the big bodega.
He hasn't played
big bodega. The big
bodega.
Big bodega. I think he's going to earn it.
I do have to say about Randall. Randall did help the Knicks when the Knicks were struggling, when they had no one. Randall was there. And I do believe that if Cat and Randall were in the same position at that time, Randall would have outperformed Cat. But if you want to have a great team, I feel like it's impossible to have a player like Randall on your team. A player that doesn't give as much energy as anyone else.
I agree with that because if you look at Cat last year, especially when they were in the playoffs, when he played for the T-Wolves, he disappeared.
He did.
And he had Edwards on his team. That was Edwards' team, not Cat's team. So I think it's still
true. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, I think he's going to have to prove, God forbid Jalen Brunson go down, are you going to be able to carry the team? Randall did that. Cat hasn't had the opportunity to do that.
Whoa. In the playoffs, 3 years in a row, what did Julius do?
That's true.
That's true.
Very true.
3 years in a row. 3 years in a row.
No,
3 years in a row. Julius did not show up.
So we saying we got two players who don't show up in the playoffs? Is that what we saying?
Yeah. Yes. So now let's talk. We're saying, he's averaging 25 points. Whoa. They're saying that he's averaging 25 points this year, Cat is, right? That's what we're saying, right?
I don't know. That's what you're saying.
That's what you say.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
So he is. He's averaging 25 points this year, right? 26.8. I just pulled it up.
Okay.
Julius Randle averaged 25 points last year.
Okay.
Cat averaged 21.
Okay.
Last year.
But
look who he had on his team.
Wait, can I say this?
He had Edwards.
Wait, can I say this? Can I say this?
He had Edwards. He had Conley. He had Conley.
We had Brunson.
But it was only Brunson. It was more than
not the same.
It's not the same, man. It's not the same. It's not the same.
By the way, I have just checked the what's it called? The playoff stats for Cat and Julius Randle. Julius Randle, 15 games played, 16 points per game. Awful.
Okay.
8 rebounds and 3 assists. He shot 20% from 3 from the playoffs. And the thing is, Karl-Anthony Towns, same amount of games played, 15, with 20 points per game, 10 rebounds, and 2.3 assists. But then he averaged 28% from 3. Both players struggled, but the struggle amount was so much higher for Randall because he went from having a team alone to once the playoffs hit, he was averaging 16 points a game.
That's true.
Randall had Brunson.
I'm not gonna lie, both players have struggled.
But Randall had Brunson.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Not in his first year making the playoffs.
What does that mean?
So that means when you have a lead guard to put the world on his shoulders, you don't have to do the heavy lifting.
Brunson will do 1 year he played in the playoffs.
Brunson's going to do that.
That was last year. That was last year.
2 years ago.
So think of it this way: if Edwards had Brunson on that team, Minnesota wins.
I don't know.
I don't know. They're both guards.
Wait, can you say that again?
I don't know.
Different roles. It's different.
Wait, can you say that again?
It's different positions, different roles.
Right.
But both
Which means
both
Brunson's
were
going
the
to bring
primary
more to
scorers,
the
so it's
table.
kind of correct.
I totally disagree. I totally
think
disagree.
It's different.
I think it's different.
Brunson's a facilitator. Edwards is not. Edwards is a scorer. So
Right.
that's how I look at it.
Edwards is unbelievable. That's all I got to say. He's unbelievable. He hasn't even. Edwards haven't even touched his potential yet. That's how great Edwards is.
I'm reading the article. It says consistency for both players have been a very huge factor. Randall for inefficiency and Towns for inconsistency. So the players have done basically the same thing with the same players, with 2 primary scorers like with Jalen Brunson and Anthony Edwards. But the thing is, it's different in my opinion, just a little bit.
And
that's why I say
not really.
And I think
that's why I think Cat has to prove it. Cat has to make me cheer for him.
Okay, well, he will. That's all I gotta say. He will. He will. And one thing about Randall, hey, I miss Randall. I wish Cat and Randall could be together, but Randall, he's starting to show his wear and tear on the NBA. Bad ankle, bad shoulder. He's starting to get beat up. Will he be there for the playoffs? He's showing his wear and tear. He's a big dude, but he's showing his wear and tear. And can Randall go to his right? Can Randall go to his right? Can he go to his right?
That doesn't matter. I need to see Randall. I need the energy. I need to see his boy in the stands. Because at the end of the day,
you get it like Randall. You get it to your feelings. I like Cat.
At the end of the day,
I like Cat.
Cat is not giving us more wins.
Yes, he is.
And
yes, he is.
No, he is.
Yes, he is.
Oh
yes,
no! But that is not true. He's actually right. He's right. Cat is not bringing more wins, but in the playoffs, Randall didn't bring us more wins.
But Cat had Edwards and they had Conley.
That's true.
And he went away in the playoffs.
That's true.
I
forgot Conley.
Gobert.
He's right.
So you're telling me that this guy with a lead point guard, with an elite wing, who people are calling the next Michael Jordan, they're crazy, but whatever. And the defensive
nobody's Jordan.
Of the year,
nobody's Jordan.
But nobody's the defensive player of the year, and they couldn't get to the finals.
Sounds like coaching to me.
He's right. No, you're actually right.
Sounds like coaching to me.
It's not. No, it's players.
So that was Cat's fault?
No, that is Cat's fault.
Okay, sound like coaching to me.
It is coaching too. It is coaching too. Because
how was that Cat's fault?
Not really. I mean,
Isaac hit us with the numbers in the playoffs.
I think he's right because Mike Conley is a pass first guard. Obviously, he's passing to his 2 leading scorers, Cat and Anthony Edwards. But this is the thing. Anthony Edwards, we're giving him too much credit for what he did in the playoffs last year. He was great and amazing, but in some games, he struggled big time. Cat did make up for him for a little bit, but Anthony Edwards did struggle too. He's right, but it sounds like it's more coaching and inconsistency from both of them, in my opinion.
So I got a question. So do you think people like Randall, players like Randall and Cat, they feel the pressure of prime time?
I think, yeah.
that you got to perform. We need your best game, and they can't deliver.
Their own performance, and not just playing naturally.
Got you. One thing about Brunson ain't scared of prime time. He gives.
But he feels the pressure. They all feel the pressure. We all feel the pressure.
I understand that. I understand that. There's some players that feel the pressure more than others. Do you feel that Cat and Randall feel more pressure than other players? They can't handle it.
I think it's that killer instinct. It's more that killer instinct.
All right, got you.
They don't have that. You know.
Yeah.
I watched Randall. I watched Randall play. He wasn't like, "Give me the ball." That wasn't him, right?
You're right. You're right.
I think Cat's the same way. Cat's running around. If you feed it to him, you feed it to him, right? And Brunson he gonna shoot it. Give me the ball. I'm gonna shoot it. Nobody else wants to shoot it. I'm gonna shoot it, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think either one of them had that instinct where I'm gonna close this out. I want you to make sure I have the ball at the end of the game for the last shot. I don't think that was either one of them.
So I got a question.
I love your point, man.
I got a question.
I love your point.
Let me ask this one question. So when he goes to the hole, does he want the ball when he goes to the hole, or he still wants to defer to somebody else?
No. Give me a second. To Stan's point, the killer instinct, right?
He's going to shoot.
It's not that they don't have the killer instinct. Their teammates don't trust them. So the teammate is going to
I have to disagree with that.
Let me give the ball to Brunson. Let me give the ball to Edwards.
Oh, I'm gonna have to disagree with that.
It's natural. So I'm coaching every day. I'm coaching 7 days a week, and teammates will say, "Coach will be like, this is this play for this person." You know what the teammate will do? Nope, I trust this guy.
I think.
Wait a minute, but wait a minute.
I can't agree with that.
Wait a minute.
I know he's gonna say. I know he's gonna say.
Are you talking about the Knicks prior to Cat? You're talking about the Knicks, presumably best or second best player on the team, and the other players don't trust him?
No, they definitely do trust him.
But over the next person.
What do you mean?
Who was after Julius Randle?
No,
I'm bringing the ball down. Who am I giving it to besides Julius Randle?
Right. So I'm not. But if I'm running that offense and it's a zoom action, the ball's going to find Brunson again.
Randall shot a lot of 3-pointers at the end of the game last year to either win or lose the game. It was on Randall, so I think they trust him.
Win the game.
Right. Randall was given the ball. I believe he's trusted, and Cat will be trusted. But it's Jalen Brunson will get the final shot.
Well, no, let's back that up, though.
I think Jalen should get the final shot.
Right. So that's the guy who will get the final shot.
We're talking about Cat or Randall. Right? So Minnesota is giving the ball to
Edward.
Not Cat.
Okay.
So now we're proving that it's Randall's the better player in those
moments. No. I don't think Randall's the better player. What the Knicks have now, you cannot focus just on one player now. Before, okay, let's double team Randall. Randall gets the ball, charge him, let him dribble. Let's double team Brunson. Now you can't double team him because OG could hit the three. He can hit the three. Jack can hit the three. Brunson can hit the three. Josh Hart, he was signed because he was a 3D guy. I'm not sure they would give it to him, but Mikal Bridges can hit the three.
Yeah,
we're forgetting last year real quick.
It is not last year. I think the team is rolling.
Real quick. So if we don't make that trade, the Knicks with a healthy Randall and Brunson in the playoffs are in the finals. Or they're losing game 7 to Boston.
They're probably losing Game 7 to Boston. They're probably losing to Boston, but I think you're right. If they don't run into Boston, they probably make the finals.
I think what hurt him the most when Mitch got hurt, when Embiid tackled his ankles.
Yep.
And nobody could protect the middle, and they could have went farther without Randall. Because Randall, you give him the ball, the game stops. So I think
how many times did we, when we're screaming at the top of our lungs last year, especially in the playoffs, and he's having issues now in Minnesota, but we're forgetting about Dante and the confidence.
Yeah.
And the confidence that he's playing with in New York.
No doubt.
So if we make that trade for Cat, we have the chemistry. We have. They traded Randall because they figured Brunson can't play with Randall because Randall needs the ball.
Well, Dante left because he didn't want diminished playing time. He didn't want to come off the bench. He wanted to start.
We traded him.
Right. The reason we traded him because he did not want to come off the bench.
We traded him.
It already came out that he did not want to come off the bench. He wanted to start.
Yes,
he did not want with Kyle Bridges to start. He didn't want.
No.
Dante could have been another $6 million a year.
We wouldn't have signed Bridges if we didn't trade Dante.
Yeah.
Dante would have started. He just wouldn't have got the extension.
Wait a minute. Didn't they?
Would not have started.
Dante wasn't a starter, right?
He wasn't going to start with what's it called, with Bridges.
We wouldn't have signed Bridges.
Bridges came before Cat, right?
Wasn't Dante involved in the Cat trade?
Yeah, but he came before the Cat trade. Bridges was signed before the Cat trade, right?
Dante wasn't going to start anyway. He didn't start last year.
Yeah, but he didn't want. And Dante wanted to start.
But he would have started given the line of the Knicks team right now.
I don't know about that.
Maybe.
They might have put Josh Hart over him like they do now.
Maybe.
No. Who would have been starters? It would have been Jalen, Hart, Dante, Randall, and whatever center they throw in there, and OG.
So you don't think Bridges would have started?
We wouldn't have signed Bridges.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
They needed Bridges.
I think they needed him.
They needed Bridges.
Bridges provides more defense than Dante, and yet, honestly, he's not a better three-point shooter, but he's a better overall scorer.
Right.
You're going to say Bridges and defense in the same sentence.
His defense has improved, and he's 6'6". He's 6'6".
A great defender.
He's 6'6", long arms. He made a block shot to win the games. He is a decent defender.
No, and before he came to the Knicks, when he was on the Suns, he was considered an outstanding defender.
Right.
And he's actually widely known in the NBA as one of the better perimeter defenders.
I'm hesitant to be a fan of new players before All-Star break.
Well,
I get it.
You want to know something?
Cat's got to prove himself.
Ramon, you want to know something?
I think he has.
Ramon, in the 2021-22 season, Mikal Bridges was second for Defensive Player of the Year.
That's 3 years ago.
Whoa.
Second. He lost to Marcus Smart.
That's 3 years ago.
But then the season after, he was still defensive.
He's still a defensive good player.
What team was he on?
He was on the Suns.
Okay, that's out of the woodwork right there. The Suns and defense, you don't put those together.
But he can still play defense though. If he he still plays defense.
You like what you like. You don't like change. You don't like change.
You cannot tell me that the Knicks are playing good defense this year.
No, they're not. They're not.
Well, playing.
So you can't talk about how good of a defensive player he is.
Look at this. Look at this. If your team's scoring 140 points and the other team scoring 120, you won by 20. What's the difference between you winning by 100 and you winning by 80? You won. It wasn't even a close game. It's not a close game. It's not a close game. And what I like about Tibbs with this team, since they're scoring, he's putting the backup players in. He's not wearing down his starters. Think about it.
That's the last 3 games.
I still think it's still a little early in the season. This is Cat's first year. I think him and Brunson are just really starting to gel and learn how to play with each other.
Right.
I think you got to give it more time. To Ray's point, we got to give it more time to see, if he's going to be a lifetime Knick, right? But
the contract says he is. The contract says he is.
The contract says
the contract says it is. But I think Cat is just a better player, better performer with the Knicks. I think he's yes. I miss Randall. Man, Randall's a beast, but I think Cat's just better than him. And
I want Cat to give us the opportunity to hate him. Right? That's what happened with Randall. We loved him. He carried us. He gave us those moments.
Some people hated him.
Well,
I don't want nobody to give me an opportunity to hate him. Come on, what's wrong with you?
That means the Knicks ain't playing well.
Right. Yeah. We don't want that. We don't want that. We don't want that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why we hate. That's why we're saying that he's better than Randall.
Let me tell you something. I don't think we hated Randall. We just was upset that he didn't perform in the playoffs. But I'll give him two things. They gave him excuses. One year he had a bad ankle, he came back, and one year his shoulder. His first series, what happened to Julius? He just totally disappeared. And you saw it when he played against the Hawks. It was like, wait a minute. You were dominating during the season against him, and he could not.
But that's
he may be like Aaron Judge. You was not ready for prime time.
That's my point.
Okay.
They knew who was going to go left. Whatever it was.
Yep.
Right.
That's my point. That's like you played so well, and now.
But I'm not going to hate him.
To the next level.
I'm not going to hate him.
Well, that's my point, though. It's like you played so well. Now you're going to take us to the next level, or we're going to be disappointed as fans.
Well, I'm not going to hate him because he tried. The only thing with Randall that I didn't like that he got into his feelings. He moped. Did he want the ball? He walked down court. He wouldn't defend nobody. He got into his feelings.
You know who Cat is? They're the same guy, like Isaac said.
I don't think Cat will get in his feelings like that.
Kind of.
And I think Cat wants the ball.
That's better though.
I think Cat wants the ball all the time. I'll be honest. I think Cat wants the ball all the time. He's going to shoot it or drive.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen a shot that Cat didn't like.
Or Randall didn't like.
Well, Randall will give it up. Randall's like, I don't want to play. And he's done it this year. He done it this year with Minnesota. They screaming about him, and then next game he hits the 3-pointer to win.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No, you saw
Randall has not changed as a player. Oh, I like Randall. Shoot. But I don't think. I'm just telling you, I take Cat over Randall right now. But hey, I'm gonna tell you, with Tibbs as the coach of the Knicks, the first quarter of the game, first 20 games of the season, they're always around 10-10, aren't they? 10-10, 9-6, 9-10, 8-11, and they do a little run. So, like you said, we got to wait and see. But I still think Cat was a better choice, honestly. Because the Knicks, to me, are a better team this year than they were last year. And Cat fits into that. OG, Josh Hart, McCall, Jalen. I think he fits into that. And I don't think Randall would have fit into that.
Yeah. And you know what? And I think what no one's talked about, the injuries.
Yeah.
Randall
Robinson. Yeah. Randall hurt every year at the end of the year. I mean, he's a big dude. But that's why I said before, the NBA was playing since he was 19 years old. He came in the league early.
Yeah.
So the wear and tear of the NBA may be getting to him now.
Yeah.
Maybe getting to him now. So, but you go on the court.
Counted on younger player, scores the same. Maybe gives us better rebounding. Maybe not as good as defensively, but he's younger. He's
Is
younger.
Cat younger?
I think so.
Yes.
Cat just came in the league, 4 years ago?
No,
He's
much longer.
9.
Is
No,
it longer than that?
Yeah, Cat, he's not too far behind Randall, I don't think. No, somebody look that up.
No, he's not. He's not.
Yeah.
So,
He just never gets injured.
So my father just said that the Knicks are a better team this year. Last year, the Knicks are 12-7.
So where they are this year?
On December 1st, they were 12-7. So let's go November. What's today's date?
23rd.
Today's the 23rd.
Cat and Randall are the same age.
They're both 29.
The Knicks were 8-6 last year.
Damn.
8-6 last year. Okay, what about this
Randall
year?
looks much older.
What about this year?
So right now, unfortunately, so they were 8-6. I think they got 8 losses already.
No.
So right now, the Knicks are.
Knicks are 9-7.
Not okay. There you go. Same thing. 8-6, 9-7. 2 games above 500.
They're not a better team.
But I just said the past 4 under Tibbs, after the first 20 games, it seems like the Knicks figure it out.
And
they figured it out. They figured it out. I do think they are a better team. I think they're a better team.
I think they will be. I also think they will be.
Right. I think they'll be a better team.
I think they will be. I think you got to say again. This is Cat's first year with the Knicks. They still learning how to play.
Chemistry. It's chemistry. Basketball is all about chemistry. It's all about chemistry, and I think they're good. I like Mikal Bridges. I like Jalen. Yeah, we missed Dante, but Dante didn't want to come off the bench. He wanted to be a starter.
You know what? Last year was a long year, and I said earlier we're forgetting last year, right? You got to remember last year we also had R.J. Barrett for the first half of the year.
Yeah,
and we had Quickly. So in that time,
chemistry.
Brunson was still the man.
Yeah,
Brunson was still our leading scorer.
Yeah, we know that.
So I'm thinking,
it's chemistry.
Cat has to prove himself.
It's chemistry.
Cat has to show up. We have to. Last year, I believe we were beating the elite team,
and it's still early.
We have to have those moments.
It's still early.
The 25 points a game. I don't care if he averages 30 points a game and pulls out his mellow bat, right? But if you don't step up against the elite team, right?
Okay.
If you don't beat Boston, if we don't beat Cleveland right now, who's just destroying people, right? If we don't beat Miami, if we don't beat Dallas,
Miami, I want to consider them elite.
But those are the teams we have to beat as the New York.
They have to beat the teams that they have to beat in the East. Yes.
We have to beat those teams. Yeah. And then when we play Denver, and then we play Dallas, right? We have to beat those teams. When he goes against Wemby, what's going to happen?
But you got to remember, West Coast swings, they kill East Coast teams. I don't know why. You know that when they go on the road, West Coast teams, they kill the East Coast teams. We don't know why. It just happens. We don't know why. We don't know why home cooking is so good sometimes.
I'll be the biggest Cat fan when he proves it. When he goes against, those elite players at his position.
So say he goes against what's the guy from Denver? Jokic, right?
Joker.
Right? Joker.
Yeah.
He scores 34 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks.
Do we win?
Do we win? If we don't win, that means he hasn't proved it?
Yep.
See, well, then you get so satisfied there. Yeah, I don't know about that. Because it could have been a Josh Hart situation where he made a silly foul at the end of the game. It could be that Jalen Brunson misses a bad shot. So you can't say that. You can't say that.
Do we? Because
if he consistently, okay, question. Remember Marbury?
Yep.
Marbury was a great player. Did the Knicks win?
So what's your question though?
The question is Marbury played all out. And I was like, okay, he proved it to me. He was a great player, but the Knicks didn't win with him.
Yeah. No. So again, I'm not talking about. I'm saying Cat has the ability in the team around him. Marbury did not. So that's not apples to apples.
NBA is about stars. You need star
No, it's
players.
not.
Your two
It's
star
not.
players will win it.
It's
Three
not.
star players will win it. Yes, it is.
It's not.
NBA is about stars. I don't care what you say. NBA is about stars.
Who won the last championship?
Boston.
Who did Boston have?
Even I know that. Come on.
I don't know. They had $300 million, $200 million contract players.
Derek White too.
Wait. Name the 2 or 3 players that they had that helped them win that championship. I'm going to prove this point.
Jason Tatum and who's their point guard? Drew Holiday.
No, and the other guy who's better than both of them. What is his name?
Derek White.
The scientist. What is his name?
Derek White.
No.
Derek White.
With the braids.
Oh, he's talking about Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown.
Tatum Brown.
Playing the league.
Come on, man.
And now I'm going to prove my point. They have Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum.
Yes.
Right? And they've had them for how many years?
And they had to build a team around them.
No. They had them for how many years with Al Horford, with everyone else, okay?
You need your role players, but you're not going to win without the superstars.
Whoa, wait a minute.
You said that it's a star league.
Yes, it is.
Wait a minute.
Not to win.
Jason Tatum's only been on the Celtics like 3 years.
No, he's been on
Jason Tatum's been
9 years.
Jaylen Brown came first. Then they got Tatum.
And then the next year.
Then they got Tatum.
But it's been like 6 or 7 years, not that.
It's been 7 years, right? So they needed to add Drew Holiday to win the championship.
They need another piece.
It's not a star league. It's a leader league.
Oh, here we go. Without Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum, they wouldn't have won. They wouldn't have won.
What happened? How did Milwaukee win their championship?
Giannis and Middleton.
Drew Holiday.
Defensive player. They need that one guy for defense.
Well, wait a minute.
Leader.
Giannis was the leader of that team. Come on, man. Come on, man. Giannis.
How good are they doing now?
Well,
because they don't have the same players.
Drew Holiday.
Doc Rivers.
Drew
Doc
Holiday.
Rivers. Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers.
Drew Holiday.
Doc Rivers.
Look, everybody knows Drew Holiday for his defense. I just looked him up. He averages 19.3 points a game.
Yeah. He's a good player.
And to Ramon's point, they needed Brown, Tatum, and Holiday. Three of the elite players in the league to win that championship.
You remove Holiday.
Either one of them, they don't win that. They don't win.
No one in the league is calling Drew Holiday a superstar.
They're not calling him a superstar because the media is not calling him a superstar.
Right.
No, 19 points is not a superstar.
He's not. The media is not calling him a superstar, but all the basketball experts know that he's a major piece. Come on, man. Come on. So how about Porzingis? Porzingis a superstar?
That's leadership.
Is Porzingis a superstar?
Porzingis didn't help them win that.
They didn't help. Porzingis didn't help him win the championship.
He definitely did.
I definitely did the first 2 games.
He was hitting a lot of threes.
The first 2 games. Porzingis was a difference maker. He was a difference maker. Porzingis was a difference maker. Oh, yeah, he definitely rolled.
If it wasn't for Porzingis, they wouldn't have gotten there.
It wasn't Porzingis. I don't think they win the chip.
Their team was a super team. I'm not gonna lie. No,
it's a super team. You're right. That's what it is.
I think they would have won it without him, but with Porzingis, it sent him over the edge. Like no one.
Yeah.
So you proved my point.
They were already over the edge, but it's way over.
It's not about 2 or 3 superstars.
It's a superstar league. It's a superstar league.
Well, you know what? I get what he's saying. There's a difference between. I want to say.
So
the Celtics had 4 of the best players in their positions. In their positions.
They're superstars.
And that's what got them there. Then Porzingis got hurt, and they still had 3 of the best players
in the
their
NBA.
positions
There you go.
to win. So maybe it's not LeBron James is a superstar. None of those other players are on the level of LeBron James, but they
AD.
are one of the best players in their position in the
Right.
league, and that's what you need. You need at least 3 of them to win a chip.
Yeah,
You need at least 3 of them to win a chip.
and I believe so. It's
So
it's
do
a
the Knicks have 3 of them?
it's a star-driven league.
Name
Do the
3
Knicks
of them.
have 3 of them?
We just do they have 3 of the best in their roles in their position? The Knicks.
They got Jalen.
Yeah.
Well, why are we quiet about the second one?
No, you said they had 3. I didn't say they had 3 of the best.
Have 3?
Huh?
I'm asking, do they have 3?
I don't think the Knicks have 3 of the best players in their
They
position.
got Jalen. We can all
They got
agree on
Jalen.
Jalen, right?
Yep. I think Cat is one of the better players in his position.
But is he one of the best?
Is he leading the?
Is he top
What's
10?
his stats for now? We gotta wait. We gotta wait and see, like you said. But I think Cat is better than Randall. That's all I'm saying. I think Cat's better than Randall. That's all I'm saying. I think Cat's better than Randall.
Guys, my thing is,
How did they do when they matched up?
I don't know. You
When
tell
you
me.
tell me with my-
I know
Randall's
Dante
not-
went off.
Randall's not a center.
No.
I don't think Carl was covering him. Cat was covering him.
no, never.
Was defending him.
But can anyone fix my problem? It keeps making me go in and out these last 2 seconds. Like these. Last
might be a-
times,
Could be the Wi-Fi, but
it
we
just
see you
beat me out
clearly.
twice.
Well, we see you good now.
Okay,
We see good. Don't worry. We had to edit this and everything, so don't worry about that.
that's what I'm saying. Don't make this too long to these edits. I'm saying.
No, you got to make it long because you get more information that way.
I know, but I'm saying it's gonna take a while editing. That's why whoever's
Oh.
editing.
Well, the software is supposed to clip it out. If you send
Yeah.
it to me, I got some software that'll clip it out.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's,
okay.
yeah, it's no problem. It's no problem. We should do long because we want more material.
Yeah.
So hey,
But yeah, that's my whole thing. So to bring it full circle, Cat has to make me cheer for him. He did one game when he had 44, but I need to be able to say he's a New Yorker. He has that grit that Randall had,
okay.
that Josh Hart has, that Jalen Brunson has, right? So once he has that New York swag that, like,
He has
he's
the
coming in
swag.
with some kids.
He's from Jersey.
That's okay. He's from Jersey.
All right. He's cheered. He's a Knicks. He grew up a Knicks fan. He grew up a Yankees fan. He has that New York swag. He's Dominican. He's Big Bodega.
I'm sure you hung out in Washington Heights.
Yeah, he's Big Bodega. Yeah. Come on now. He's a New Yorker, okay? Oh,
But you said he's from Jersey. Sorry for all my Brick City folks out there.
yeah, he's from. I mean, he got the swag, man. He's Dominican, Big Bodega. I think he got it, man. I think to say that you don't have faith in Cat or he got to prove to you, I don't think he has to prove it to you.
So
I think he's proven it. He's proven it. Chemistry.
December 19th, right? Most people will be on their Christmas vacation, probably, right? The Knicks are going to play Minnesota.
That's big
Yeah.
game.
Prime time, TNT.
There we
We're
go.
going to find out. We're going to find out because that's a month away.
Where they playing at?
They're gonna-
Where they playing at?
What was that?
Where are they playing?
Oh, we're in Minnesota.
Okay. It's
So
a
we're
away
gonna
game.
find out real time if Cat is going to stand up, right?
So one
Are the
game.
guys-
One
Are they
game.
going to cheer for him in Minnesota, or are they going to boo him?
One game.
Oh, they're gonna boo him in Minnesota.
He's
not gonna
boom.
Cat?
They gonna boom. Well, I don't know. They might cheer for him, but you
Are you-
expect him to
guys,
boo him.
They are not about to boo Cat. They
Okay.
won Rookie of the Year. He sent him to the playoffs when they had a trash team. The last thing they are going to do is boo Cat. I'm telling you right now. The last thing.
I would boo him because he left.
Well, they traded him.
He got traded. He said he didn't even want to leave.
They traded him. They traded him.
Oh yeah, okay.
They traded him. He said he didn't want to leave. He was used to it. He was used to it. You know, it's all about chemistry. It's all about who you know.
Yeah.
But one game shouldn't prove it.
Well, no, yes, it does prove it.
So if he scores 50 points and gets 14 rebounds, then he'll prove it to you?
Do the Knicks win?
See, that's your question. So if he scores 2 points and gets 3 rebounds and the Knicks win, does he prove it to you?
Yes.
Okay, I think you're being silly.
No, I'm not, because
I think you're being silly.
you got to remember, I coach basketball every day, and
Yeah, but coach kids. You coach kids.
No.
These are
Listen.
professionals. I don't think you can compare it.
Yes, you can. I was just at the gym with varsity players. I'm at college games. Coaches, scouts, basketball people are looking at the things that make the game go. If you're just looking at how many points a player scored, you're not watching the game. If he scores 2 points and he plays 35 minutes and the Knicks win, he did a lot for the Knicks to win that game.
I don't know about
And
that.
if you're not watching,
I don't know about that.
why do you think we like Josh Hart?
That's true. He's right. Yeah.
But Josh
Why
Hart
do you think we like Josh Hart?
is expected to do that.
No, but you don't notice it watching on TV.
Yeah.
He does what he's supposed to do to help the team win.
After Jalen Brunson, after Cat, Josh Hart is the Knicks MVP. He's the best player on the team.
Scoring.
He's the best player on the team.
No, he's not. Not for scoring.
After
Mikal
Cat,
Bridges is
I'm not saying
skilled
before.
player.
After Cat, after Jalen Brunson,
No.
I think Josh Hart is the best player on the team.
It's OG. It's
And
OG.
then OG.
So you got to get rid of the old school mentality of
There's no old
this
school
guy.
mentality.
No, it's
There's no old school mentality.
It's OG and then it's Bridges. So if you're gonna go skill wise, who can fill the stat, get the assists, the rebounds, the points? It's OG. Then it's Bridges as the 3 and 4.
Not Josh Hart.
And then if healthy, it's Mitch. And
When
now
you
you got
watch-
Josh Hart.
When you watch Josh Hart live, that's when you could really appreciate him.
Josh Hart was our 6th man.
He's good.
I don't think Josh Hart is the Knicks MVP anymore with the squad they have now.
No. You're getting it mixed up.
I mean,
After
Cat
Jalen, after Cat is Josh Hart.
No, not with the Knicks squad right now, in my opinion. I can't.
So then the Knicks got a better squad than they did with Randall.
Exactly. Yeah, they do. They do.
Here we go again.
They do have a better squad.
Okay, I agree. But Josh Hart is my 3rd MVP. He's my 3rd best player. So, and I'm just a fan of Josh Hart.
I like Josh Hart.
Right.
I get what Ray Ray's saying. Like if he wants Ray wants Cat, I keep saying Cat Williams, Cal Anthony, to show him like he's more than just a shooter, right? You got to show me you got that Nick Hart. You're going to play defense. You're going to try and score. You're going to do whatever it is you have to do to make sure the Knicks win. And I think
So I got a question on that. I agree with you. I agree with that. I got a question on that. Why did Tibbs want him?
Because he can
believes
choose.
he can be more than that.
Tibbs is defensive first. And Tibbs I trust. When it comes to NBA basketball knowledge and Tibbs I trust. Why did Tibbs want him?
But I'll tell you this: it's because he's played with him before.
That's
Tibbs
why.
was the one who drafted him. So I'm pretty sure that Tibbs, if there was another big center that shot like Cat, Tibbs wouldn't sign him. But because he's familiar with him and knows how he could talk to him and play, I think that's the reason he signed him.
So why he didn't keep Randall?
Because of the history.
Well, you got to remember
he's
too,
the GM.
the Knicks also lost the center last year, so
Right.
they had to fill that. So,
But didn't they lose Hartenstein because they knew they was going to sign Cat and they didn't want to give him the money?
No, they couldn't match. They couldn't match the offer that Cat could get elsewhere, that Hartenstein could get elsewhere.
Yeah.
So Hartenstein wasn't an unrestricted agent. He was restricted.
Yeah, he could get more money from elsewhere than us.
Okay, so I can't blame him. I can't blame him.
Yeah, he wasn't restricted. They wanted him.
Yeah, I can't blame him for leaving for more money. I can't blame him. So, but I'm still gonna take Cat. I'm a Cat fan. Jalen Brunson is great, and Josh Hart. I think without him, the Knicks won't be where they are.
So someone asked a question: Are the Knicks a better team this year? No,
I think they are.
They haven't shown it yet.
I think
the record doesn't show it.
Yeah, they got to.
They are a better team.
The record doesn't show it, and the eye test doesn't show it.
The eye test to me shows it.
They do probably. I mean, not probably. Ramon, they are. They are a better team. Think about last year.
The record doesn't show it, and the eye test doesn't show it.
But it's only games, man.
If what's it called? If we still had Mitch Robinson starting like how we did last year, this would be a totally different conversation. Those are 2 or 3 games we take back.
Right. I agree.
So this is more than a Cat versus Randall.
Yeah, it's much more than that. It's much more than that.
It's a Bridges versus
RJ Barrett.
Yeah.
But then think about it in the playoffs.
And it's a quickly right? Versus who?
Cameron Payne?
I think it's a quickly versus Deuce McBride.
I think, but yeah, true. But McBride hasn't been playing.
Listen.
So McBride goes out, the Knicks go on a 3-game winning streak.
Listen. Last year in the playoffs, when Joel Embiid attacked Mitch Robinson's ankle, that was it. No big man in no right.
Yeah, we want to come back out.
Okay, if we would have had Mitch, we might have went a little bit further. I believe so, to the finals.
Yeah,
I don't believe that.
So I think we're a better team. That's what I'm saying.
I don't believe that. I don't
just like Isaac said, when Mitch Robinson comes back, Cat's playing that stretch 4, and he's a handful. And you got OG as a power forward. He's a handful. It's a better team. It's a better team.
I'm not blaming Mitchell Robinson for being hurt.
Who's blaming Mitch? Nobody's blaming Mitch. Nobody's blaming Mitch.
What I'm saying is that's not the reason why we didn't beat Indiana.
Oh, I believe so. I believe so.
The reason we didn't beat Indiana is Jalen Brunson broke his head.
At the end.
He was hurt before that.
Yeah, but at the end, if they had Mitch, they would have won. At the end, the sixth game, he broke his hand, or the last game.
So we're out Randall, right? Randall gets hurt.
But was it the 6th or 7th game?
Randall gets hurt.
Brunson
breaks his hand.
When did Jalen break his hand?
Last game.
He was injured before he broke his hand.
But it was the 6th game, right?
He was playing through the injury.
But we didn't play at all. We didn't play with Mitch Robinson, though. That's what I'm saying. Mitch was in the middle. They would have won because Josh Hart was saving us, and Dante was saving us.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take it back. To where, if you guys can remember when we had Mike Woodson, Carmelo, we had Jason Kidd, and we had Chauncey Billups. And our guards got hurt. Chauncey got hurt. We didn't go forward. When that lead guard gets hurt, you can't win. Drew Holiday. You're not winning the championship without Drew Holiday.
But listen.
Denver is not winning the championship without their point guard.
Mitch Robinson got hurt. He wasn't in the Indiana series. If he was there, the Knicks may have swept or won in 5 games. Or won the 6th game.
Brunson got hurt. That's why we didn't win Indiana.
No, I think it's Mitch. Yes, Brunson was your superstar. But I think if they had Mitch, they would have beat Indiana but lost in the conference finals.
I mean, I'm just going to be honest. I think the Knicks the Knicks overachieved last year, in my opinion.
Yes.
With the injuries that they had, they overachieved. their hustle and their
Right.
defense got them through those games.
Right.
They should have lost a few of those games, but last minute shots won. Right.
Right.
So
Chemistry.
Well, it's chemistry, it's hustle, and I think for this year,
There's a lot of hustle.
Right.
A lot of
And
hustle.
I think for this year, we have to see if the team still has that. Now, I've seen a few games. Again, I don't get all the games. And I'm probably going to need to buy, the NBA pass so I can watch them. But I'm not seeing the same hustle that they had last year. But I think it's because they're learning how to play with each other, and they got a new starter.
Me too.
Who needs to learn that? Like, this is how
A new
we
big
play
man.
here, Cat, and you're gonna have to do it. Yeah. So
A new big man. You got Mikal and you got Mitch. I mean, coming in, Mikal and Cat. But and OG came in after February? When did OG come in?
It was a break. It was a break because
after the break
for Randall.
After the break,
Randall, he traded for Barrett.
After the break, OG came, right? So they still got chemistry. But in my opinion, the Knicks are a better team.
Well,
like they say on paper, they're a better team. Let's see about the chemistry that goes down the line. And they always start the same way. So we'll see. Boston is who you got to keep your eye on. And that's who you got to beat. And Boston will shoot the lights out.
Because they got 4 stars.
Who can shoot?
Who can shoot?
Who can shoot?
And play defense.
Well, I think they outshoot you more than anything else.
Well, Jerome Brown played really good defense.
Yes.
Yeah. And Porzingis can block shots.
So last year, the Knicks lost Game 7 because Brunson wasn't there.
Right.
It wasn't Mitchell Robinson. Brunson wasn't there.
I don't think it would have went to 7 games if Mitchell Robinson was there. That's all I'm saying.
That's what he's saying. Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
They would have had an easier time at it.
Right. I don't think I don't think it would have just maybe went 5 games if Mitch Robinson was there. That's what I'm saying.
So the trade, the way I see it right now, the big trade, the blockbuster trade, Randall, Cat, is a wash.
Okay.
And our center, Mitch, is the key to us winning, and we still don't have him.
Okay.
So
we just know
the Knicks have to come up with a solution.
No, this is what it is. Right now, you don't care for Cat.
That's what it is.
I'm saying it's a wash.
It's not a wash. It's not a wash.
No, I'm saying give me the guy that has blood, sweat, and tears for my organization before you give me someone new.
You talk about Randall who got into his feelings when things didn't go his way.
I'm saying loyalty over everything.
Okay, Cat, he grew up a New York fan. Okay, he grew up a Knicks fan.
Loyalty first, but Cat has his chance to give me those moments.
Okay, you're not sold on Cat. You miss Randall.
He's got to sell me on him.
Come on,
it's not my choice.
Okay. All right.
Give me
the last second heroic. He's talking like a New Yorker, a Nick New Yorker.
Last second heroics, right?
I think the Knicks are a better team. That's all I'm saying. Chemistry is everything. So. Chemistry is everything.
But if Mitchell is the key, we need to find a new Mitchell, or Cat's got to really step up defensively. Yeah. Because as Isaac said, that's why we got him, because he's tall. He's long.
When Robinson comes back, Precious Achiuwa come back, I think the Knicks are going to be monsters. Cat is going to take them over.
Knicks are going to make the playoffs again. They're definitely making the playoffs again.
Cat's going to take them over the top. That's what I'm saying. Cat is going to take them over the top.
Are the Knicks the number 2 seed?
And Jalen Brunson is still MVP.
Oh yeah, he's the guy. We're not going to even discuss Jalen Brunson in any sense of just being
He should have
great.
got MVP last year.
Yeah, he's just great. He's the reason why we watch. He's the reason why we show the youth. We're like, hey, you got to play like this guy. Hey, you got to try like this guy. Hey, you got to lead like this guy.
Right now, the Knicks will probably be the second or third best team in the East. You got Boston and Cleveland.
Are they going to make the 2 seed?
Hey, look at Boston. Look at Cleveland. Look at Cleveland.
Is Cleveland still undefeated? Did they
15-1.
No,
15-1.
They lost.
15-2. 15-2.
They lost to Boston? Okay.
Yeah, Boston has their number. Boston has their number. So
Boston getting their first loss. They were 16-1. Did they lose again after that?
Yeah. They lost again to Boston. They lost
again. Home?
I don't know what they have. I just know they lost.
But, the Knicks had Cleveland's number. They beat them in the playoffs last year. They have their numbers. The matchups.
So they're the number 2 team in the East then.
The Knicks were not competing well.
So they're the number 2 team in the East.
Without Randall, right?
They're the number 2 team in the East. They had Randall most of the games. Most of the games they had Randall. So he got traded.
Last year, Cleveland was missing Allen and their bigs, I believe.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So they couldn't. Yeah, Cleveland's still 16-1. They lost to Boston.
They lost to Boston.
They didn't have Allen. They didn't have their bigs. They had
a good team.
Right?
It was a good team. I'm not going to take it away from them. They're a good team. But we'll see.
If we're the number 2 seed behind Boston, it's going to be a great year for us. But right now, we're still on that brink of being a 500 team.
I think in the East, if you're top 4, you want to be top 3. In the top 4, at least you get home court advantage.
Yeah.
And home court advantage is everything in
basketball.
Basketball, yeah.
It is.
Yeah. So they're top 4. That's cool, but it's still early. And this is the Knicks always. When the Knicks were bad, it was always had this type of record. So Tibbs, I trust, when it comes to the Knicks in the season. Because as you see, he's even before he never used to let backups play half a quarter. He's letting them play. So he's trying to figure new things out. And one thing's about Tibbs, he'll figure it out defensively.
Unlike the Jets, with the Knicks and the Yankees, we have a good problem, right?
Right.
We have the players, and we're just talking about how good they're going to be.
Right.
Not if they're going to be good.
Right.
Like how good. We're just arguing about how good they're going to be.
We're not going to talk about the Jets anymore, okay? We'll talk about them. We'll talk about them when they either trade or bench Aaron Rodgers. We're not talking about the Jets anymore, and they're not playing this weekend. So it is a good problem.
They have a bye this week, right? They have a bye?
Yeah, they had a bye basically the whole season. It's a good situation. The Yankees, they re-signed Aaron Boone. I don't know how people feel about that. The Knicks, the Cat trade, we'll see.
Yeah.
I like the trade though. No, everybody wish they could keep Dante. But it didn't work out. And Dante wasn't going to take a lesser role. He wanted to be a starter.
Yeah.
He wanted to be a starter. That's just a fact. And he wasn't going to start.
I think the hidden part is Deuce McBride out of the rotation right now.
Yeah. And Cam got to step it up with Deuce. What he has is the knee inflammation. And
I think they're playing better without Deuce because with Deuce, what they were doing was they were bringing Jalen off the ball. And that first option was going to Cat at the top of the key in that 5-out. And then the second option was Jalen. But now they're reverting back to Jalen with the ball in his hand, decision making.
Yeah, but with Deuce,
now we're winning.
It seemed like when Deuce came off the bench and he hit them threes, he got them going.
Well, that's the point. So when Deuce was healthy this year, they went to Jalen and Deuce on the court at the same time.
Yeah. So it's just we got to see about his knee. But hey, Cam, I think he's a good player. Campaign, I think he's a good player.
No.
With chemistry, he hit some nice threes the other day. It's all about chemistry in basketball, and I think the trade will show that the Knicks this year will at least go to the conference finals.
Early predictions: the Knicks still make a trade before the trade deadline this year.
Well, every team does that.
No, a key player.
Yeah, every team does that.
A key
Every
player.
team does that. Every team does that.
And I think it's going to be Cam or it's going to be Deuce.
Not in all teams.
Traded?
Cam or Deuce, they're gone.
Oh. But you need your backup guards. They're backup guards.
No, yeah, you don't want to trade them.
We're going to get a quality backup guard.
I can see him.
Somebody to facilitate. And we're going to move Hart into more of a facilitator role.
Who?
Josh Hart.
I think he kind of does that now, but
exactly.
You know who I see him trading? Precious for a top line player. I don't know who.
We'll find out.
I don't know, but you got to see these injuries. Might not be able to trade him.
But the Knicks are 9-7 right now, 2 games over 500, right?
That sounds like a Knicks record early in the year. And they're on the West Coast, so if they could win 5-game road trip, if they could go 3-2, I think that's great.
The West Coast is tough. Like the recent past, the West Coast is better than the East Coast. So,
and it's
tough.
The travel. It's travel.
Guys, can anyone fix this? It keeps kicking me out.
It's the Wi-Fi. It's not on our end. That's what happens when it's remote. We don't have the higher quality software. It'll come back in. It could be the remote here. It could be a connection.
Oh yeah, it's Isaac's. He's out.
Yeah, he's out now.
And he's in.
Yeah, there's nothing I can fix about it.
This is the bug that we're gonna have to work on. You know.
Yeah, well, yeah, because it's remote. It's remote, and they said that will happen. That's why it's good to record for a long time. I don't know what happened to Sammy. Sammy might have shut himself off camera, but he's doing himself on the phone, and so maybe some people have to be hardwired.
Yep.
And that might be a better connection.
I turned off all our other devices on the Wi-Fi, and then I was good, you know.
Yeah, so it might be hardwired. So, but I think I think the Knicks are going to conference finals. Let's see. I'm not going to say the finals yet because there's not a history there. Conference finals, yes.
Yeah, you're good. So let's text Sammy to see if we're there, and let's wrap up.
Yeah, Sammy's right there.
So I sent a message in the chat that I had to use the bathroom. I had to go. I mean, I sent a message like, "Yo, I gotta do a bio break. I'll be back."
Okay. All right. Yeah, you like Isaac, yo. You guys got your bio breaks. So
that's right. Ray got his dinner. He was eating spaghetti.
Yeah, we saw.
You see all this water I drank in the past hour? I had to use the bathroom.
Hey, I got some Chipotle I have to finish.
Hey,
but hey, let's wrap it up. I think it's a good conversation.
We're passionate.
We love our teams.
We got what? 1, 2, 3. Do 1, 2, 3. We got 4 generations of Knicks fans.
Knicks, Jets, and Yankees fans. Look at that.
And Knicks, Jets, and Yankees. And by the way, I'm sorry, Giants fans. I'm sorry.
We got 3 generations. 3 generations.
Yeah, 3.
Yeah,
yes,
me and Sammy are part of the same generation.
Yeah, you guys are one. I think it's another.
You and Isaac are the same.
You and Isaac are the same. Yeah.
No, we're not.
How?
I'm 42 years
I'm 17.
old.
He's what? How old are you?
I'm 42.
See,
Yeah, but
we're not in the same generation.
No.
You are, because you're both Ramon's sons. You're his
No,
son.
No,
That's
it
the
doesn't
next
work that way.
generation.
A generation is 10 years.
No, generation is
Is
25.
100 years.
It's 25, isn't it?
25?
Guess
100.
what? 17 minus 42
No.
is 25 years. That's 25
Yeah,
years.
we're different generations.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're different. It's 25. Yeah.
We're different generations.
Okay. All right. You're right. So it's 2 then. No, 3.
3.
3. Okay.
No, 4.
He's trying to say me and Ray are a different generation because we kind of are. But
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I'm 7.
Yeah. 10 and 7, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Yeah. But yeah, we all Knicks fans. We all Jets fans. We all Yankee fans. Giants. If the Giants and Mets, if you're in the Super Bowl or World Series, we'll cheer for you. We'll cheer for you as long as you ain't going against our team.
The Giants cut their quarterback. We want to be like them.
They cut him or they benched him?
They cut him. They benched him.
Released him.
They benched him, and he said, "Release me," and they released him.
Wow.
So, Danny Dimes, gotta love Danny Dimes. He made that 40-yard, the 40-yard run, and the sniper hit him.
Right.
The sniper hit him.
We're doing okay compared to the Giants, and we're doing okay compared to the Nets.
Yeah, the Nets. What I like to tell people, if the Knicks had KD and Kyrie, they had the issues like they did in Brooklyn, oh, they'd be off of their heads with the Knicks. They'll be off of their heads. So,
Yeah.
So
it didn't work out. It didn't work out, but I'll give the Nets one thing. There was one big toe away from the conference finals.
that's true.
Kyrie, great player. He gets in his feelings. KD, great player. And what I like about KD is KD straight basketball. He just hoops. I don't know what people else want out of KD. He just hoops. You know.
He don't want the spotlight. He don't want none of that. He's just playing. Yep.
They want leadership. They want leadership. They want him to be a superstar.
Not everybody's built for that. He is a superstar. He is a superstar, but not everybody's built for that. So,
I think Cat has a lot of KD in him.
yeah, I think you're wrong, but that's all right.
I think he does.
I think you're wrong.
I hope so.
I think he does. He does.
I hope so.
I think KD is a way better player than Cat. So, yeah, hopefully Cat does.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope Cat can't have some of KD.
Yeah, hopefully he does. So, but let's wrap it up. The Yankees, you know, I wouldn't mind. It wouldn't have bothered me if they fired Aaron Boone, to be honest. But I think they still have a great team next year. They still should be favored to win.
Fire the coach after making it to the World Series.
I'm just giving my opinion. We're just wrapping it up. I don't know. They still, to me, are the front runners in the American League next year to go to the championship. Hopefully, they'll get better pitching. Any thoughts?
No.
Yeah. I would say I agree with you. I wouldn't have mind they fired Aaron Boone. Like I said before, I think any coach can come in with that team and make it to the World Series. It's what you do when you get there that makes you win the World Series. And I think that's what Aaron Boone has been lacking.
Gotcha. Ray, you got anything to say about the Yankees?
No, they're a great team, but they need to sign all the players.
Hate all their players.
Isaac?
I like what Ray said. That's I would say the same thing.
Ramon?
Listen, all I know is just keep entertaining me and keep me watching baseball.
All right.
Stick with that long ball and keep signing these superstars and keep entertaining us because New York is nothing like that blue Yankee hat, right?
Right. So the home run hitter gets the girls. All right, Jets. Let's wrap it up with the Jets.
Not much to say for the Jets, honestly.
Guys,
I
I'll
think
wrap
there's a
it up
lot.
with the Jets this way. I've been saying it for the last 2 weeks. I'm no longer a Jets fan. I just identify as a person who wants to see the Jets win.
Sam?
I'm going to say this. I said it when it first happened. They shouldn't have gotten Aaron Rodgers. I said it a month or two ago that they should have benched Aaron Rodgers. And now I'm going to say they need to get rid of Aaron Rodgers. That's it.
All right. My thing is tear it down and rebuild. Jets for life. Knicks. Knicks.
Hey, Knicks, let's go. I mean, we're Team Brunson all the way. And if we try to make someone else the superstar of the team, we're not going to win. So it's Jalen Brunson's team.
Yes.
And everyone else has to fit in.
Yes. I agree. Isaac?
I said same thing as Ramon. It's just like fitting in. That's what they have to get used to. Just fitting together, getting closer together, and over time they'll become a great team.
Cool. Sam?
Yeah, I think, the Knicks, I grew up in the 90s with the Knicks, right? And I think a lot of fans, when the cat trade happened, that's what they were still wanting that. This is not 90s basketball anymore. So I think Cat's a good compliment to Jalen Brunson.
I like
He
that.
can score. He can give you consistent 25 a game and rebounds a game. I think they need one more person who can come in and run the ball down the court when Jalen's out. And I think once they get that, they're going to be a real contender.
All right, my final take is, since I'm the oldest one in the group, I saw Black Jesus play. Earl Pearl Monroe.
Mm-hmm.
And the Knicks were the love of the town. And that's what we want in New York. Because with that DMX intro, you got to win the championship. You got to win the championship with that DMX intro.
And Ray, so what's your take on the Knicks? What's your final thought?
They're a good team. The cat trade was good. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, so we're divided in this household about the cat trade.
Well, I'm glad somebody got sense, Ray. All right, and that's it.
All right.
Like, comment, and follow. Thank you.
Peace.
All right, stop recording.
Okay.
Sorry.
I stopped recording.
We'll see how that cuts off. I can see the dynamic that we're going to go through. If we keep doing this, it'll be great,
Yeah, it'd be nice. I'm gonna ask